I should have expected that to be his reaction, but the fact that it just booms in the text box and nothing else. But hi everyone. Yeah, no bleh. Final answer, bleh. If I can have a brain cell, that would be cool. I think my headache has robbed me of all my brain cells. Last proper time anyways, we got the common route ending, so now we are free to get all the other endings. Last technical time we got the common route bad end, but it was like not even 20 minutes, so that'll be a very fun YouTube upload of like not even 20 minutes. But now that we are free to get all the other endings, we'll be working our way through the list. Perhaps list. The next ending we'll be getting is the Dark Sky ending, because this is the recommended route order by the wonderful people behind Committee of Zero. And this will be fortunately pretty easy to do. I will have us start with the bad ending, because the requirements for the bad ending is to do nothing but negative delusions. And if you recall from our normal playthrough, we did nothing but negative delusions. So it'll be really easy to just skip through the text and get to where we want to be for that. But also, the bad ending isn't too dissimilar from the regular ending for this route too. So there is that. Of course, there'll be more stuff in the regular ending versus the bad ending, but there's also that to keep in mind. Yeah. I am curious as to how this will go, because the common ending was the common ending, and I don't really know what to expect from this one, because since it's pretty much only positive delusions, I can't really think of what character this could be a character route for, if it's a character route. And hard to tell with the name too. Shrugs. But I guess without further ado, let's hit new game, because I gotta start from the beginning. Your cat is here, Micah? That's cool. I'm not sure your cat would be a fan of the horrors of Chaos Child, but I don't know, maybe your cat likes psychological horror. I don't know. Tell your cat I said hi, though. I like one cat. I forgot how many delusions there were early on. Crazy. Because they stopped getting, like, delusion props late game, so... And then a miracle occurred. Oh boy. A sudden wind blew through the window. Curtis's hair was blown violently by the wind. But that was all. And this time, she held on the pleats of her skirt to keep it from flying up. Instead, the papers scattered on desks and shelves were lifted up and blown about the room. Hey, someone shut the window! Ito and I mumbled complaints as we picked up the fallen papers. What's this? Kurisu picked up one of the papers on the ground. When I saw what it was, I froze. I could feel the color drain from my face. And that was the color printout I made from the scanned page of Cool Cat Press. Not the Cool Cat Press. I printed it out, but forgot to take it back with me. Naughty ways to seduce any woman. Uh-oh. Well, don't read it. Use these tips to bring any woman to your bed. Miyashiro. Don't look at me that way. Takeru, is this yours? If it is, then I have a question. Who exactly were you planning on bringing to your bed? Answer me. My life was over. I fell to the ground without answering her question, my heart filled with despair. Okay, are we back to already read text? No. Ellipsis. Just imagining that situation was enough to give me goosebumps. The thought of it happening for real made my blood run cold. I shouldn't hope for things. One glimpse of the white goddess was enough. Okay, no, this one was already there. But that last one was definitely new. Obviously, since I have skipped already read text on and whatnot. I can't say I was expecting something that early on, though, to be different. Not complaining. It's a pleasant surprise. You know, this one's pretty straightforward for, like, even the new delusions and stuff. Negative for the bad end, positive for the, like, actual proper route. Jump scare by new dialogue. How's your stomach? I'm sorry. He just attacked me out of nowhere. My body just moved on its own. Liar. You were expecting it. I could read your mind. He must have found something funny, because the man on the other end laughed. And that's just like you. That's the way kids should be, though. So, you can at least tell me why, right? You know damn well why. Sarika's voice was filled with rage. He knew, and yet he had asked anyway. He was either a sadist or some kind of sick hedonist. Yes. The methods he came up with for his murders always felt like one big joke. Why did he make Miyashiro Takeru out to be the killer? The plan was to make it look like Minamisawa Senri was behind this. Are you saying I was responsible? Of course you were, asshole, Sarika thought to herself. A warrant had been put out for Miyashiro only a few hours after Kurisu Nono's death, in a way that would normally never be possible. There was no way they'd give a miner's real name out in that span of time, unless he had used his power. This is definitely not new dialogue, but it's not skippable. What the hell are you thinking? He's learned so much. I'm actually doing you a favor here. What? Your mind-reading powers helped me a lot. I was supposed to kill him, but instead, I'm just going to have him arrested as the killer. She hated the fact that she was on the phone. Without being able to see him, she couldn't read his mind. She wanted to know what he was really thinking. It's just better for your plans if he's the criminal. Criminal, not Minamisawa Senri, right? He'll be locked away, where he can't tell anyone anything, and the press will think that he was the one who killed his sisters, and talk about the story even more. That will attract even more attention to the sumo stickers. Okay, this is definitely now different. And do you seriously expect me to believe he'll get off with just an arrest? As of the first murder on September 7th, Miyashiro Takeru was 18 years old. There were 7 victims. No miner has ever committed that many murders. The way public opinion's going, there's a 99% chance he'll get the death penalty. Did you think I wouldn't know that? We won't know until he goes to trial, will we? Oh, wait. The main difference is that Takama's voice isn't obstructed. Now that I think about it. Because it was obscured before. Okay, that's what's different here. And why it's not skippable. And when that happens, you'll be controlling the whole thing. Sarika yelled into her phone. And the man started laughing again. She didn't know if it was because she'd yelled, or because his laughter pissed her off. The headache got worse, which only made her even more angry. You really are great. Why not come back to me? Because fuck you. Your power is a great value to me, and you're smart. You have guts too. Shut the hell up. His safety was the one condition I had for helping you. You're also stubborn. I don't care about anything but that. Miyashita Takuru's survival. That was the one thing she cared about since she came into this world. Being a murderer, being an accomplice to murder, using her mind-reading powers to find psychics, she'd done it all for that reason. But now... So, let me ask you then. What will you do now? You aren't going to take him and run, are you? Sedeka managed to stop herself from speaking. He was right. She thought it was the only way. That's impossible, and you know it. We won't know until we try. Your power's a threat. But maybe there's not much someone so low on the committee's totem pole can actually do. Is there? And so he'd come to her for help, right? She thought this was her only chance to save Miyashiro. It's the fact that as of right now, you don't have him, and neither do the police. You don't know where he is, do you? You got me there. That's right. I'm all the way at the bottom of the org chart. I don't even know who the main members are. And then he spoke in a voice that sounded a little too deliberate. She could sense his lips curling into a smile. I guess Phrygia would be a good place to start. Gasp. She finally gave a small gasp. She thought that was where he was hiding to. How do you know about Phrygia? When she whispered that to herself, he said, Listen, they told me all about Phrygia. Do you know how much she and Nono trusted me? Die, asshole. Oop. Okay, now everything's skippable again. I'm pretty sure that was only not skippable because Wataru's voice wasn't obstructed. Which, interesting that it wasn't. I can guarantee it's only because, again, it's like, yep, you know, jig's up, here you go. I know I didn't do anything wrong, but it feels like I did something wrong because there hasn't been much different. Over Sky End. Hint, use the delusion triggers to try different delusions. I know! I was trying to get a bad ending! I'm gonna pull up the Committee of Zero guide because it said Over Sky. I could have sworn we were trying to get something else. Yeah, nothing about an Over Sky end. Interesting. I find that very interesting, actually. Okay. This ending is almost identical to the main ending of the route, with the exception of some scenes that are missing at the very end. So, I guess that's just called the Over Sky End instead. I don't know why they didn't say that in the guide, but that's okay. Now we can go for the Dark Sky End, where we get to do a bunch of new delusions. Since we're starting from the top again, and skipping through. I love when speedrunning my visual novels. Oh yeah, I guess we're doing positive delusions now. Okay. New delusion. Huh? What? But if it were you, Taku, maybe I'd think about it. Sedeka's whisper was so soft I could barely hear it. Huh? What did you just say? Oh, nothing. No, I didn't hear that wrong. Was Cool Cat right after all? Ellipsis. 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 No, wait. It's Sedeka we're talking about here. Is that possible? Usually when you've known someone since you were little, you're so close that you don't realize when they're attracted to you. Do you like me? What about you, Taku? Huh? What about... I mean, just hypothetically, do you like me? Yeah, hypothetically, that's how things work. She was trying to hide the fact that she was blushing, but she was staring straight at me as she waited for an answer. Was she serious? From the look of things, she was definitely serious. Really? Sarika liked me? I suddenly started to see her not as a childhood friend, but as a member of the opposite sex. Okay, buddy. Ellipsis. Ellipsis. Dating her might not be so bad. We both knew everything about each other. But what was I supposed to do at a time like this? Was there anything about this in Cool Cat Press? That's right, there was a hint in the January 24th, 1999 edition from a column called Everything You Want to Know About Seducing Your Childhood Friend, but We're Afraid to Ask. That's very specific. It was, how would you like your childhood friend to say they loved you? Number 3. Softly in a love letter. -5 people. Okay, I think the dash is just indicating how many people, not a negative. Number 2. An embarrassing text message. 17 people. Number 1. Working up the courage and kiss me now. 128 people. Work up the courage and kiss me now. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Serika.
Serika.
Huh? I got close to Serika and softly put my hands on her shoulders. Our faces were right next to one another. Serika was beet red, but she didn't look away from me. I'm a kind man. I'll take good care of you. No, Taku. It's all too sudden. I mean... Serika's lips were quivering. I want your lips. Hello. That's such a weird phrasing. Okay. Serika closed her eyes. So I have used the CG as a thumbnail before. I think I used it for the first thumbnail for Chaos Child, actually. Now everyone knows where it's from. Oh, Onoe Serika, my beloved. Why did I not notice your beauty sooner, when you were next to me all this time? I know this is extraordinarily selfish of me, but may I fall in love with you? No, I've already fallen in love with you. Taku, kiss me. Steal my lips away. I just remembered something. Serika can read his mind. She knows he's thinking about this. Oh dear. She whispered in a quavering voice, and I couldn't control myself any longer. Give me 500 yen. Huh? Huh? She wanted 500 yen for a kiss? Honestly valid. He's thinking about kissing me like that. Pay me. Money. Bliss. Valid. Just 500 yen? I mean, it's just a kiss. Huh? No, wait, calm down. Get a hold of yourself. This is just a simulation. This isn't what would happen in real life. It couldn't. Sarika wasn't that type of girl. I took a deep breath to calm my heart. 500 yen? What are you talking about? You love how differently this reads if you don't know well everything, yeah. Here, I forgot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the 500 yen is for the magazines. God damn. That's so funny. Now this changes everything. Every time that Sarika has been present for her delusion, she knows what bro is thinking about. Crazy. Anyways. Yeah, these positive delusions will be a time, I'm sure. Hey, Miyashiro.
Eh?
Huh? You think you could try on the Skyro Froggy costume, Keron? Sorry, we're busy. Oh, sure, I'll put it on. What? Hey, thanks, Miyashiro. When I made it, I was thinking that you were the perfect size. Please give us a CG of him in the Kero Froggy costume. No! I need to draw him in a Kero Froggy costume. I managed to get the costume on without much trouble. I still put the top part over my head. It was pretty hot inside. Since I could barely see anything, it felt really claustrophobic. How do I look? Just perfect! Try saying something. I'm Ghetto Froggy. Girl. I love putting on a voice. Wow, that's so cute. I'm gonna give you a hug. And then I felt something soft pressed against my arm. You hug me too, Ghetto Froggy. Really? I slipped my arm around her like she asked me to. Oh, no, don't touch my butt. You're such a pervert, Ghetto Froggy. Low-key imagining how to say all this. Yeah, that's fair. How did I read something once about how you could hug all the girls you wanted if you put on a costume? Oh, buddy. No. That's still sexual assault and harassment, costume or not. At the time, I thought it was a bunch of crap. It didn't really work. No, she just happened to consent. A little bit. To the hug, at least, anyway. I was having the time of my life one. Oh, Ghetto Froggy's done? He's so cute. I'm gonna hug him too. No fair. Me too. Settle down, girls. Settle down, girls. Nope. Ghetto Froggy is mine. Oh boy. Then, why don't we all hug him at once? Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, I guess. It's okay, right? Ghetto Froggy. CG of Ghetto Froggy getting mobbed by girls. Oh man, I kind of want to draw that, because that would be funny as fuck. Here we go. 1, 2. Ghetto Froggy, I love you. Goofy ass. I thought about telling Ito about this, but please don't. Knowing what a skirt chaser he was, he might actually take it seriously and really try to put the costume on. It's probably better not to tell him. I wanted to see him sued for sexual harassment. I decided to get back on topic. Goddamn. I should draw both Taku and Alice in Ghetto Froggy costumes. You should pay me to. That shit, right? There's another Delusion here. Alright, this is with Kudusu's first entrance. She must have been in a hurry, because she was a little out of breath. She brushed her long hair out of her eyes and was about to come his way. What am I doing? I can hit the skip button. Watch out! I moved quickly. She staggered forward, but I grabbed her to keep her from falling. Be careful. Her hair flew up and tickled my nose. It smelled good. Well. And her body was very soft. Extremely soft, in fact. It felt kind of squeezable. What does that mean? What was I touching? Oh, buddy. Was any part of a person's body this soft? Oh, buddy! No, at least nothing on a man's body was. You need to meet more men, Takeru, if that's what you think. No. Ow. The positive delusions are a time so far. In this game, they're no more funny than perverted, which is something I really liked. This is definitely very entertaining so far. I do appreciate them thus far. Which meant... What was the softness, buddy? Miyashiro, you're the bravest man I've ever met. Having the Empress's boobs in front of all these people. More fun than... Yeah, more fun than perverted. Also funny, too, so far. I've been dying a little bit of laughter. I hope he punches him. Boobs? I should have expected that to be his reaction, but the fact that it's just boobs in the text box and nothing else. Oh, no. This is an accident. An accident! If that ever actually happened, she would kill me for sure. And you would deserve it. Just thinking about it made my blood run cold. I'm sure sometimes I'll just think about boobs as the only text box for a while and just die.
Miyashiro.
Man, what's the positive delusion gonna be here? Guess we'll find out. I happened to glance down at Kawahara-kun's belt buddy. This is off to a gay start. Not complaining, but... The fastener seemed to be broken. That gave me an idea. Are you having gay thoughts, Takeru? I yanked down on his pants as hard as I could. Just like I thought, they came straight off. His underwear was plainly visible. White briefs. Miyashiro, what was that for? For being annoying. Fuck us. Screw you! Kawahara-kun, just put your pants on. That's disgusting. Disgusting? But... Come on, everyone's staring. All the students around us were staring at him and laughing. His face quickly turned red. You're such a jerk. A mean jerk. He pulled up his pants and ran away with tears in his eyes. He looked absolutely miserable. No, buddy. Just imagining that made me feel better. Buddy, please get better hobbies. I never do something so childish in real life, though. I don't believe that. I feel like you would. Yanking down someone's pants that they ticked you off was the kind of thing a third grader would do. That's exactly what a third grader would do, yeah. I was above that. Okay. I knew the best way to deal with someone like Kawahara-kun was just to ignore them. Fair, I guess.
お前
Anyways. Here's another one. Oh boy. What's this one's gonna be like? One fear. But realistically, the chances of anything like that happening again were near zero. The wind wasn't especially strong today. So if I ever wanted to see my pure white goddess again, I needed the help of something other than the wind. But... more? But... for example, let's say that for some reason the pencil holder on the desk fell to the ground. Kurusu would complain a little, but she'd bend over and start picking up the pens on the floor. I'd help, of course. I'd bend over like she did. But since we were both at eye level to each other, there was no way to get to see anything. If I did have a chance, it would be when she stood up. When that happened, I could watch her stand up, acting as natural as possible. Since I was bent over, I would naturally be lower than her. More also counts as positive. Ah, okay. So... maybe then I see my goddess once more. I see. Okay, I didn't realize that was all further delusion. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, because I was very confused. It was not processing. That was more delusion. I guess that makes sense, though. Additional.
Oh.
Oops. And then Ito moved to turn on the printer, and his hand knocked my camera off the desk. I was in shock as the camera fell toward the floor, as if in slow motion. Again. Instead of 2 strokes of good luck, I've been given 2 strokes of bad. The first time the camera had survived, but I might not be so lucky this time. So my body moved without thinking. I flung myself forward and stretched out my hand toward the falling camera. That thing is expensive. I'm not letting it fall twice. The camera fell right into my outstretched hand. Yes, nice catch. I couldn't believe it. But I was going too fast to stop. I slid headfirst along the floor. Whoa, that was dangerous, man. Hey, are you okay? Kurusu ran over to me. And then a miracle occurred. I was lying on my back, and I looked up toward the ceiling. And at the same time, Kurusu bent over to help me up. And since she was in a hurry, she didn't take the time to hold down her skirt. So I saw her. It wasn't as clear as before, but I got a quick glimpse of my pure white goddess. And from a much closer distance than before, and at a lower angle. Wait, Takaru, what are you staring at? Jeez. You're so silly. Nah, no way. Kurusu was the type to be cute when she was embarrassed. She'd probably get another scary look on her face and start choking me and demanding to know what I was looking at. Yeah, I see that happening. No way, that was never going to happen. It was wrong to hope for another encounter with my white goddess. It would only end in tragedy and pain. Ah, and here we are to another one. Already. Damn, that was fast. No, yeah, that's right.
そうなんだ
Oh, I was hitting the wrong thing.
ほら、カズキ。
See, Kazuki,
まだ手
your
赤い
hand's
わ。
still red.
もっと
I'll rub
さ
it
すってあ
some
げ
more
るか
for
ら。
you. Kazuki obediently walked toward Kurusu. Kurusu took her hands and rubbed them gently, like a mother would.
痛かったでし
And that
ょ
must have hurt, right?
どうして
Why would
そん
you
な
do
無茶をする
something
の
like that? Uh-huh.
どう
Well,
まだ
does
痛
it still
い
hurt?
痛いの
Pain,
痛い
pain,
の
go
どんだ
away.
けカズキ
Kazuki,
どう
what's
したの
wrong? Why did you just hug me like that? Aw, you're such a spoiled little girl. Were you lonely because I haven't been able to come to the club for a while? Doesn't tell me anything. Look me in the eyes and answer me, okay? You must have been lonely, right? You're blushing. It's so cute. Peachy. I see you thinking gay thoughts over there. I'm sorry for making you feel lonely. But don't worry. I'll stay with you for the whole time today. I'm happy I get to be with you too. Does your hand still hurt? It does? Then I'll use my special charm. Kiss. Kazuki watched with a look of ecstasy in her eyes as Kurisu softly kissed her fingers. I felt like I was saying something I shouldn't, so I looked away. Your fingers are so thin and pretty, Kazuki. Hey, why are you spacing out?
Miyashiro?
Miyashiro?
No,
No, nothing. Kurisu's not convinced. Sorry, man, my delusion turned into Yuri, you're right. It chased the stupid idea out of my mind. Kurisu was nice to everyone, even girls like Kazuki who couldn't communicate with others. Indeed. And of course, in reality, Kurisu and Kazuki had never done anything like that, and they never would. Not in front of you, and not that you're aware of. Anyway. Silly. You find it interesting that, strangely, Takeru has some delusions that suggest he learns from the LGBT side. If you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. I mean, literally, the Kawahara, delusion was like, oh, let me pull down your pants. And then also that one negative delusion when everyone was having a sleepover in the, club room. If there's more of that, I am down. I love me my gay shit. Especially when it's for otherwise straight-seeming characters. It's like, ah, yes. Friend. Man, I wonder what the positive delusion here will be like, huh? And then suddenly, the door opened. We didn't expect anyone to open it, so both Sarika and I froze. And then they came out. Huh? Are you two the next customers? Ah. It was a voluptuous woman with long hair, and she was completely naked. Buddy. Not only that, her body was as nice as you'd see in a magazine. Yeah, because it's your fucking imagination, dude. Wait, didn't she look a lot like a model or actress I saw on TV? No, Taku, don't look. Right, Sarika does read minds. Fuck. You're so cute. Come in. No. No. It's not like that. It's fine. You can come in too, miss. Huh? In other words, what exactly? I'll make you feel great, so come on in. Okay. Taku, what should we do? Why do you look like you want to go inside? Because Sadika's face was red with embarrassment. She whispered softly.
気持ち
I
よ
want to feel
くな
good.
りたいし。
そんな状況じゃな
That's
い
not
だ
what
ろ
we're here for. Something was wrong with me. Yeah. You got teenager syndrome. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
そんな状況
And that's not what we're here for. Damn it. I said what I was thinking out loud.
いや
No, it's
None of
nothing. Sadika was still knocking on the door to room 306, but no one was answering.
警察もいないし
And the police aren't here either.
この階じゃないのか。
Maybe it's not this floor. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he definitely said that out loud. Gasp. Huh? I just heard a knock at the door, right? I couldn't believe it, but I forgot to lock the door. And the froze out that swung open from the outside. Someone was here. Who? I knew two people who would come in without waiting for an answer, but... Was it okay for me to just stand here? Oh, this is a cute one. Ooh. I look forward to cute Delusion.
だ
Who's there? I gulped and spoke in a hoarse voice. Poking through the gap on the door was...
タク
She, Seriko. Oh. Someone I knew well. Taku. Nay, you're right.
よかった。
Good.
起きてた
You're still up. Relieved, I staggered over and sat down on the bed. That hadn't done my heart any favors. For some reason, Sariko was still standing at the entrance, fidgeting. She didn't try to come any further in.
どうした
What's wrong?
えっと、
こんな時
I
間
don't
に
think
女
it's a
の子
good
一人
idea
で
for
こ
a
こに
girl
来る
like
の
you to
は
be visiting
あ
alone
ん
at
まり
this
良くない
hour.
と思う
I didn't think any of the homos in this park were bad people, but someone who was strapped for cash might attack her. Especially after what I'd seen. I felt like I was going to start imagining things I didn't want to visualize.
タクは
Itaku,
大丈夫
are you okay?
何が
Okay, with what?
昨日
After
あ
what
んなこと
happened
があった
yesterday.
から
Poor Tak, yes. Honestly, not really. Is Sarika going through the same thing?
家に一
When
人
I
でい
was
ると
alone in the house,
昨日
I
の
remember
こと
what happened
思い
yesterday.
出しちゃうんだ
So, I
それ
got
で
scared and
怖く
couldn't
なっ
sleep.
て眠れなくて
尾上
Oh no way.
ね
I don't want to be
私
alone tonight,
え
okay?
一人でいるの
Can I stay
嫌な
over?
の
It's just for one
今日だ
night.
けでいいから泊まらせてくんない
I knew exactly how she felt. Just having someone you knew next to you was enough to make you feel a lot better. Take me, for example. Having Sarika here was letting me relax a little already.
いいよ
Sure. I figured I'd just sleep on the floor.
ありがとう
Thanks. Sarika must have felt very relieved when she heard my response, because she looked like she was about to cry. She sat down right next to me on the bed. Why was she sitting next to me? There were other places to sit, but when I looked closer, I saw that her shoulders were shaking a little.
昨日のことが
I just keep remembering what happened yesterday.
きついてて
尾上
Oh my. It was natural, I supposed. Sarika was a girl, and she was younger than me. Seeing something like that must have been a huge shock to her. It was my fault for getting her caught up on this. As I started thinking about that, she put her head up against my shoulder.
タク
Taku, stay
一
with
緒にい
me.
て 願い。
please.
Oh no, yeah, もっと
I
ず
know
ぶ
he's
と
a
いだ
lot
ろ。
tougher than that. But that's cute. That was wholesome. More of that, please. Of course, in reality, Sarika would never let me see her being that vulnerable, and she'd never actually come to visit. I am sure she'd come to visit, but was she okay, even if I wasn't? Maybe she was just fine. She was probably just tense, yeah. Wow. I was really sensitive in comparison, so in a sense, I was jealous of her. I sighed a little and locked the door. And then some information I found before flashed across my mind. Of course, it was from Cool Cat Press. I read about it in a certain special they'd run. If you put eye drops into a beer, it'll make a girl feel aroused. At the time, I hadn't believed it. In another issue, they'd said that if you put eye drops in soda, it would make a girl go to sleep. Adding eye drops into a drink could create unusual side effects. I'd heard a rumor that it was just an urban legend, though. But what would happen if you put eye drops in kakonto? There was a stupid teenage girl who didn't even know what kakonto was right in front of me. Should I try it? Her miter Sarika is definitely aware of what's going on in his head right now. Yeah. I prepared 2 cups like it was the most natural thing in the world, and poured out the kakonto I'd made. Then, taking special care that Sarika wouldn't see me, I added a few drops of the eye drop medicine from my shelf into her drink.
はい。
Here. I gave her the cup, acting very naturally.
ありがとう。
Thanks. She took a drink without suspecting a thing. I gulped as I watched her. What? What's wrong?
どうかした？
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing. Bleh.
これ
This is
まずい。
terrible. It tastes like medicine.
漢
Well,
方薬だ
it's
から。
Chinese herbal medicine after all. With added eye drops, to be precise. I decided to watch and see what would happen.
っていうか、
Wait,
な
I
んだ
kind of
か
feel... Hmm?
この部屋
Isn't it hot in
暑く
here?
ない？
Sarika's cheeks seemed a little pink, and she seemed to be kind of spacing out. Was it starting to work already? I didn't expect it to work so fast. Hey, Taku.
なんか
I
私
feel really, really weird.
変な感じなんだけど。
Her breathing was getting shallower. She was fidgeting and rubbing her thighs together. She was clearly behaving differently than she usually did. Way to go, Cool Cat Press.
ちょっと
I'm gonna go use your bathroom.
トイ
The
レ。
bathroom? What are you
何
going
す
to
る気
do?
だ？
Things that one does in the bathroom? Duh.
それ
It's
は
a secret.
内緒。
内緒
A
ってお前。
secret. Are you
大丈夫
feeling
なのか？
okay? Hey,
トイレで
tell me what
何
you're
を
going
す
to
るつ
do
も
in
り
the
だよ。
bathroom. Is it something
言えない
naughty?
ことだよ。
Okay.
は？
言わせ
Don't
ない
make
で
me
よ。
say it, Tommy.
バカ。
I see.
そうか。
I gulped.
別にトイレに
You
行く
can
の
use
はいい
the
けど
bathroom if you want, but
あんま
don't
り
stay in there too long,
長いこと
okay?
入ってるんじゃないぞ。
Huh?
別に
I don't
ト
wanna
イ
go
レ
to
行
the
きたくない
bathroom.
けど。
Huh? Sariko was looking at me, surprised. Her cheeks weren't flushed, and her expression was normal.
どうしたの？
Where'd
急
that
に。
come from? Oh,
yeah,
no, never mind.
busy.
I desperately tried to recover as I drank my kokonto. I hadn't found any eye drops on the shelf, so I'd given up on the experiment. Sariko complained about the taste, but swallowed it down anyway.
それにしても、ゲンさん、
Gensan's
いい
such
人
a
だよ
nice
ね。
guy, though. I
好
like
きだ
him.
な、私。
酒
I
癖の
wish he
悪さ
wouldn't
は
get
どう
so
にかしてほ
get
しい
drunk
け
so
ど
often, though. Here we go. More positive delusions. Let's go. Unless we could win her over, we were going to be able to continue with the case.
よし
Okay.
これから
Now
ワイ
let's
ンを
go
買
buy
いに
something
行
to
こ
bribe her with.
う。尾上
On the way.
ク
Tell
ル
me
スが好きな
Kurusu's
スイ
three
ーツ店の
favorite
上位
sweet
3つを教
shops.
えてくれ。
Okay.
買いに
If
行
you're
く
going
な
to
ら
buy something,
私も
I
行
want
き
to
た
go
い。
too. She was clearly intending to buy something for herself. Oh, we're being so Delulu. We've been Delulu. But we're doing all the positive delusions, Peachy. It's what we gotta do for the Dark Sky end. No, that was fine. It was time for the mission to begin. Perfect, you're tired and Delulu right now. Wonderful.
というわけで
So, here you go. This is a present for you,
プレゼント
Kurisu. I knew that Kurisu was staying late after school to get ready for the festival. I handed her the present I just bought. Siddika had told me about a pancake place near Shibuya Station. It was a popular store that always had a line of girls outside. I heard it was one of the few places where you could get pancakes for takeout, so I quickly chose it. Standing in line with the girls for an hour was almost torture, but I somehow managed to do it.
これって
Are these pancakes from Eggs and
エクスサンク
Thanks?
スのパンケーキ？
そうだけど
That's right.
あそこ
There's always a line
いつ
there,
も
so
並
it's
んで
nearly
いるから
impossible to
なかな
get
か手に
them.
入らないのに。
Her eyes were sparkling like a little girl's. It wasn't an expression I was used to seeing from her.
私に
You're
くれ
giving
るの？
these to me?
本当に？
Really? Yeah. I've always caused you a lot of trouble.
迷惑かけてるし
タクルがこ
It's
う
so
いう
rare
プ
for
レ
you
ゼン
to
トを
give
く
me
れ
any
る
kind
なん
of
て
present like this,
珍
Takeru.
しいね。ありがとう。
Thank you. This makes me really happy. Oh, yeah. After seeing how happy she was, I couldn't tell her that I was trying to bribe her. Stop.
あれ
Huh? That's
おか
strange.
しいな。
えなんで
Huh? Why? Why is she crying? Sorry.
ごめんね。
I just didn't realize it was
こんな
possible for me to
幸
feel so
ある
happy.
んだなって思って。
Cute. It's weird for me to cry so much,
こんな
isn't
こと
it?
で泣いちゃうなんて。でも、
But this made
本
me
当に
really
嬉しかっ
happy.
たの。
Thank you.
ありがとう
Takeru.
ね、タクル。よかった
You
ら
want to split this?
半分こ
That's
しない？
fine, right?
いいでしょ？
I was satisfied with the results of my simulation. This might work. What was she doing here? It's time for a positive delusion.
はじめまして。
Hello,
私、
I'm
クリス
Kurisu
のママ
Nana's
の
younger
妹です。
sister. The girl suddenly smiled and bowed. Sister?
嘘だ
You're lying.
ク
Kurisu
の
never
妹が
told
いる
me
なんて
anything
話
about having a little
聞いたこと
sister.
が
渋谷地
We
震
were
の時
separated
に
during the
生き
Shibuya
別れになっ
earthquake.
ていたの。
I thought she was dead and had just
私自
given
身
up hope.
妹はもう死んじゃったんだって諦めていたんだけど、
I
まさ
can't
か
believe we've been
こうして
reunited.
再会できるなんて。
Miracles really do happen, don't they?
本当に奇跡ってあるのね。
There were tears in Kurisu's eyes. And then this girl really was her little sister. They are both blonde. I'm still having trouble believing it as the girl walked right up to me.
あなたが
Are you
宮
Miyashita
代拓さん
Takeru-san?
ですか？
Huh? Yeah,
そうだけ
that's
ど
right. How does she know my name?
じゃあ
Then you're my big
私にと
brother,
ってはお
aren't
兄ち
you?
ゃんですね。
Huh? What did you say?
そうなの？
Is that right? Hello?
だって
Well,
タクルさんはお姉
Takura-san's
ちゃんにとって
basically my
弟
big
同然
sister's
なんで
little
しょ？
brother, right? What the hell? That doesn't make any sense at all. I look to Kurisu for help.
タクル
Takuru,
仲
be
良く
nice
してあ
to
げて。
her.
よろしくお
I
願い
can't
し
wait to
ます。
learn all about you,
お兄
big
ちゃん
bro. Things around here are about to get a lot more complicated. Not the fade out to white. Not the fade out to white. Hello? No way. Not a chance in hell. There's no way this girl was Kurisu's little sister. And not that I had any idea of what she was doing here. Another delusion?
そのホテルで
And then she smiled.
気になります。
And do you want to know?
そりゃ
Well, just as I spoke, she leaned over and whispered in my ear.
だったら
Then, why don't we go together
二人
next
で一緒
time?
に行きましょう。
Huh?
何？
What?
なんて言
Oh,
った
what
の？
did she say? It's a
私と
secret
宮代
between me and
先輩だけの
Miyashita-senpai.
秘密です。
Okay, that was short-lived. I considered that as a possibility, but quickly abandoned it. Good. I can imagine her doing something like that after what I'd seen at the hotel. Something much worse is going on there. Yep. God, I don't remember where I was hearing, like, baby sounds
なんでもない
again, but, like, I couldn't
なんだそれ
listen to them and not think of Chaos Child. Anyways.
焼きそばと
Yakisoba,
サツマ
salmon
イモ握りと
rice balls,
クリー
cream
ムパンと
bread,
チョココロ
a
ネと
chocolate
あんパン
cornet,
と
a
グレ
bean
ープフルー
jambon,
ツが
and a
私。
grapefruit for me.
相変わらず燃
You
費
got
悪
the
いな
world's most inefficient
女子だろ
metabolism. You're a girl, right?
女子だよ。
I am, yes. Why? Don't make that why are you asking face at me. Sedika grabbed the cream bread off the massive pile of food in front of her. Wow, I'm hungry. Let's eat. She chomped down on the bread. She focused only on devouring her meal and ignored what everyone around her might be thinking. Was she really a girl? I always worried a little, watching her. She should think a little more about how she looked to others. What? She chomped down so hard that the cream inside the bread flew out and stuck to the edge of her lip.
口にク
I
リーム
got
つい
cream
ちゃ
on
っ
my
た。
mouth. Ito, that was a deep gasp. Ito's demeanor suddenly changed. Aw, it's all sticky. Stucky, I mean. Instead of wiping it away, she kept eating her bread. Sedika, please, just lick the cream. With every bite she took, her lips got dirtier and dirtier. But it's so good. Strangely, I found myself unable to look away. Why was I staring at her mouth like this? Great question, buddy. Come to think of it, I never really stared at someone's mouth when they were eating, especially a girl's. Yeah, because that's weird. Her plump lips, and the way her pink tongue darted around her mouth as she licked away the white cream seemed strangely arousing. Buddy! Hey, it's
タク
Haku.
のしんちゃん
Shin-chan,
も
you're both
私のこ
staring
と
at
じ
me.
ーっと見
Is
てるけ
something
ど
wrong?
どうかした？
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
別に
Nothing. Both Ito and I looked away. Why did I feel a little excited? Anyway,
ことよりお
wipe
前
your mouth.
その口さっさと拭けよ。
Hmm?
じゃあ、
Okay, then.
タク
Taku,
舐めて。
you lick it.
は
Huh? I agree. Sarika grinned a little, and then walked right in front of me and brought her head close.
私の口
I want you
に
to
べ
look
った
away the
り
white
ついた
cream
こ
on my
の
lips
白い
and
ク
make
リ
me
ー
all
ム
clean with your
タコの
tongue.
下で舐
Hello.
めてきれいにしてほしいな。甘くて美
It's
味しい
sweet and
よ。
delicious.
だから
So, do it,
お
please.
願い。
いや、やめろ
Stop
よ。
it.
キスするわけ
It's
じゃ
not like a
ないんだ
kiss.
し。
It's a
こ
kiss.
れぐらい
Come
いいじゃ
on.
ん。
Arguably, it's more intimate than a kiss. Her soft lips were right in front of me. They smelled like cream. Uh-huh. She said it wasn't a kiss, but wouldn't looking it away be naughtier than a kiss? That's what I was saying. Not naughtier, but more intimate, yeah.
じゃあ、俺が
Okay,
代わりに。
I'll do it instead.
お
Hey!
お前がいい
Onoe
って言
says
って
it's
るんだから
okay.
止めるなよ
Don't stop me. She didn't consent to you doing it, buddy. Hold up. You bastard. When I imagined him licking Sarika's lips, I felt really annoyed. I even felt like I was going to throw up.
やめろ
Stop it! I offered her a tissue.
早く拭け
Just
て。
wipe it away.
タク。
Taku.
なんだよ。
You're no fun.
ノリ悪いな。
Shut up. What was going on here? This is like one of those sex circles I sometimes read about in Cool Cat Press. This wasn't the Hekiho Academy newspaper club.
タク、ごめん。
Taku, I'm
そんな
sorry.
に嫌だっ
Did
た
that really bother you?
それなら、
Sarika scraped the cream off her lips with her finger.
私が
I'll make you
舐め
lick it
させてあ
instead.
げる。
Huh? She jammed her finger into my mouth. It was so sudden that it scared me a little, but I licked the cream off her finger without thinking. How obedient. The taste of the sweet cream spread throughout my mouth.
おいしい？
Is it good? She pulled her finger out of my mouth, and then she stared at it. Then she glanced at me and grinned.
タクのよだれで
It's all sticky with your
べちょべ
saliva.
ちょ。
Okay, glad that ended there. Sheesh. Where did I get that from? Great question, buddy. Sarika wasn't that sexy to begin with. Okay. No, it was more perverted than sexy. Were men just really vulnerable to girls like that? Yeah. Was I? But as for Sarika, it's so good. As I watched her happily chat down her cream bread, I decided the chances of her ever turning into a brain-dead pervert like the one I just imagined were near zero. Sarika was still a little girl. She'd probably never even fallen in love. I felt a little superior, buddy.
なあ、尾上。副部長は来ない
Hey,
のか
anyway, is the vice president not coming?
お
Hmm? Sarika tilted her head a little in confusion. Her hand stopped just before she grabbed her salmon rice ball. Wait, who the hell eats a salmon rice ball after they eat cream bread? I would. Like, if I was still hungry, I would.
うん。
I don't think she'll be
No,
here
come
today.
on.
She's busy getting ready for the
Nunca
festival. Okay, there we go. Just wondering when I'll be skipping. Positive delusion selecting.
それで
So,
今日はどんな
what kind of
事件
case is
です？
it today? Case? What was going on?
光の方
An
で
advance notice
明
has
日か
been
ら
sent
行
to the
われる
jewelry
宝石店
exhibition
に
that's being
予
held in
告状が
Hokkaido
届けられた。
tomorrow.
まさ
Could it be Phantom Thief
ロマンギガ
Lomangiga? Huh? Okay. Well, I did my best. And if it's wrong, it's because of following the Japanese pronunciation.
あ
Indeed. What? I couldn't follow the conversation at all.
今回ばかり
Next
は
time,
取り
we
逃がす
can't
わ
let
けに
him
はい
get
かない
away.
まったく
Sheesh.
人の
Wish
予
he'd
定
think
も考
about my
えず
schedule
犯
before
罪
he
予
started
告出
sending
さ
out
ないでほ
advance
しいですよね
notices.
頼む
Please,
君の力を
help
貸してく
us.
れ
こないだ
I
ラブ
just
ホ
went
テル
through
で
all
ひど
that
い目に
mess
遭
at
った
the
ば
Love
かりに
Hotel. You don't
人
give
使
a
い
girl
が
a
荒い
break,
こと
do
で
you?
すまない
I
とは
do
思
feel
ってい
bad
る
about it,
だ
but
が
we can
俺た
solve
ちだ
this
けで
case
は
on our
ど
own.
うすることも
Or can't solve this case on our own, rather.
しょうが
Oh,
ないな
fine. You owe me
今
some
度
delicious
とびき
cabbage
り美味
rolls,
しいロー
though.
ルキャベツを
Deal?
ご馳走してくださいそれで手を打ちます
Nomengaiga, or whatever. It almost sounds like an anagram for Giggly Maniac, but not quite. Huh, you might be onto something with that. Hold on to that thought.
ロールキャベツ
Cabbage rolls?
もう
If that's all you
それ
want,
ぐらいな
then
らいくら
sure.
でもお安いご用だが
よろしく
Thanks. Arimita's-san took the suitcase he offered her and got into the back of the seat of his car. The door closed shut. But the detective was still standing next to the car. The back seat windows were heavily tinted, and I couldn't see inside. And the car was shaking a little.
中で
What's
何
she
してる
doing
のかな
inside? I wonder.
いかがわし
Something
いと
naughty? Maybe there was some nasty old politician inside the car, and he was pawing all over Arimura-san. The thought made me a little sick.
え
Huh?
でも
But
あの男の
That
人
guy's a
刑
detective,
事さんだよ
right?
ね
刑事だから
Not all
って
detectives are
全
good
員が正
guys.
義の人だとは限らない
True. Side eyes were one of the detectives in Chaos Head. Maybe he was threatening Arimura-san and forcing her to do bad things to make money. I gulped. I tried my best not to throw up. 5 minutes passed as I stood there and watched. Hello? The detective stood there the whole time. And then, the back seat opened. And then we saw how Arimura-san was dressed. Both Serika and I fell silent. Ta-da!
お
I'm
待た
all
せしまし
set!
た
Huh? What the heck? Was she cosplaying a naughty policewoman? Her uniform came complete with a miniskirt. So she'd been changing clothes in the backseat of the car?
今日も決まってるな
You're looking pretty good today,
Miniskirt 捜査官
miniskirt investigator
Arimura
Arimura Hinae-kun. Thanks for the
お褒めいただきあり
compliment.
がとうございますそれじゃ
Alright,
張り切
we're
って
off to the
現場に
crime
乗り込み
scene.
ましょうタク
Taku. Serika shook my shoulder. She was blinking rapidly in confusion.
有村さ
Why
ん
is Arimura-san dressed like that?
なんて
I
言
don't
われても
know. Oh, I get it.
そうかわかったぞ有村さんは普段は
Arimura-san's
女
normally
子
a
高
high
生だ
school
けど
student, but that's not all
そ
she
れは仮の姿だっ
is.
たんだその正体は
In her secret identity, she's a teenage miniskirt detective.
重大事件の
She's
時に
summoned
だけ
only for
招集され
important cases,
犯人
and
を
she
華麗
always
に
catches
捕ま
the
えるんだ
culprit.
有村さん
I
は
had no
あの
idea
秘密
she
があっ
had
た
such a huge secret.
これは大
This is a
スクープだ
huge scoop.
新聞
Back to the
のスパイ
newspaper
か
club.
え
Huh?
ミニスカ
Miniskirt?
タク
Taku,
何
what are
言
you
ってんの
talking about? I suddenly realized that Serika was looking at me in confusion. I quickly looked around. And of course, Arimita-san wasn't wearing a miniskirt uniform. She seemed to be talking about something serious with the detective. Did I just say that out loud? Oh no, that's embarrassing. My face is burning. It was a joke.
あんまりたく
It
らしい
didn't
冗
really
談じゃ
feel
な
like
か
your
った
kind of
な。
joke.
それと
Or
も
maybe
実
you're
は
actually
そういう
into that?
趣味だったとか？
No.
本当に
Really?
本
You're
当
really
に
not
ミニ
into
スカ捜
miniskirt
査官が趣味じゃ
detectives?
ない？
Shh, forget that. We need to find out what's going on with Arimura's son and the detective. Sadako was looking at me with cold eyes, but I quickly turned my attention to Arimura's son's conversation. Goofy. I was worried for a second with how that started going with, like, the car stuff. It's like, this is the positive delusion. Hello. Ugh. I still felt sick. Let's get past the thumbnail.
オッケー。
Okay.
私もや
I
だも
don't
ん。
like it either. She just skipped past the image of the sumo sticker and started to scroll through just the comments. There were a lot of different types of comments. Some were claiming that Watabe had ripped us off. Some of them were saying all kinds of horrible things about us. Very few of them were discussing the actual video. And these were in the comments I was interested in.
Oh,
we got an email.
メール
An email? That was the sound the PC made when it got an incoming mail. The email address it used was for the newspaper club. Ito and I had a joint account when we used to upload videos onto Nikonio, and the email address was written on our profile page. Normal users never bothered to check out our profile page, so we almost never got any email. Sadako opened the email program on the computer. There was a new single email.
メールより動画
Forget
だ
the
ろ
email. Look at the video.
このタイミング
Given
だ
the
し、
timing,
タレ
it
コミ情
might
報
be
かも
somewhat
し
of
れ
the
ない
tip.
タレコミって何
What kind of tip?
それはだか
You
ら
know,
動画
something
に
about
関
the
連した
video.
何かの
Ito seemed unsatisfied, but it would only take a minute to check out the email. I asked Sadako to open it. Oh,
これっ
this
て
is...
なんだよ
What?
読むね。
I'll read it, okay?
こんにちは。
Hello, this is
渋谷
Kay,
ニュースの
the administrator of
管理人
Shibuya
ケイです
News.
ケイ
Kay? Kay-san got in touch with us. Yes, now I'm excited.
あなたの作
The
成した
video you
動
made
画
was
と
extremely
ても興味
interesting,
深くて
and I
昨
discussed
日
it
の
on my
私
show
の番
last
組
night.
で取り上
Would you
げ
like
さ
to
せてもらい
exchange
ました
contact
よ
information?
ければ連絡先を交換しませんか素晴らしい
You've
発
made a
見を
wonderful
したあなた
discovery,
と
and
ぜ
I'd
ひ
like
お
to
近
get
づき
to know
に
you
なり
better.
たいの今度直
Please
接
tell
会
me
って
when you're
お
available
話
to
を
meet
さ
in
せてください
Get to know me better? Meet me in person? I gulped. Kei-san had recognized our work. There could be no greater honor.
本物なのか
Is that real?
ケイさんを語って
There'd be no
連
point in
絡してく
pretending
る
to
意
be
味がない
Kei-san to contact us. And the address matched the one used by Shibuya News.
まだ続き
And
あ
there's
るよ
more. I've
私の
attached a
自撮
picture
り
I
画
took
像
of
を
myself.
添付します
Please send me a
あ
picture
な
of
た
you.
の写真を返信してくれると嬉しいです。
自撮り
A
画像
picture. Kei-san had never put a picture of her face up on Shibuya News. Her broadcast was always voice only. Of course, I'd only heard her voice, but I'd never seen her face. In my mind, I picture her as a highly intelligent girl. And she sent a picture of her face?
ウイルスが仕
Could
込ま
it
れ
be
て
a
るんじゃ
virus? Why is Ida so suspicious of everything? Kei-san wants to get in touch with us. Would it kill you to be a little more excited?
ケイさんはそんな
Kei-san
ことし
wouldn't
な
do
いだろ
that. I would believe in Kei-san. I wanted to believe.
お前
You're a huge
渋
fan
谷
of
ニュー
Shibuya
スの信
News,
者だも
aren't
ん
you?
な
Do
好
what
き
you
にしろ
want.
信者
I
じゃない
wouldn't
け
call
ど
myself a huge
Fan なのは
fan,
確か
but I am a fan.
尾上
Anyway,
添付
open
ファイ
the
ルを開い
attached
てみて
file.
オッケー。
Okay. This was my chance to see Kei-san. I couldn't wait. It felt like I was meeting my future bride. Sedeka moved the mouse and opened the attached file. And what appeared was... Sexy. Yeah. Was just gonna salt us out in her day clothes. No.
ケイさんはそんな
Casey's
険
not
悪
that
な人
kind
間
of
じゃないし
girl.
おい
Hey,
宮代
Miyashiro.
何
Why are you
ブツブツ言
mumbling
って
to
るんだ
yourself? Are
ち
you
ゃんと見て
reading?
るのか
Huh? Ito and Sedeka were looking at each of the comments on the video. Sedeka flipped past any points where the sumo sticker appeared, just scrolled through the comments. Oops, now isn't the time to be getting weird ideas. Yep.
渡部パクってんじゃねえよ。こっちの
Don't rip
方が
off with
本当
Tabe.
に早い
No,
の。
this one was really
マスゴ
uploaded
ミ被
first.
害者はこ
We're
ち
the
らで
victims
す。
of the mainstream media.
そこら辺の議論はどうで
You
もいい
can
な
ignore that debate. Search for anything with the word sticker in it.
オッケー。
Ellipsis.
ろくな情
I'm
報
not
が
seeing
ないな
anything useful. One guy was calling it the fatso sticker. Another was saying sumo sticker is my waifu. Sumo sticker is my waifu. That's the last of the new dialogue there. That's crazy. Nice positive delusion here. Sedeka sighed a little and slowly stood up.
あのさ、
Listen,
ちょっ
I
と
need to
相
ask
談
you
があるんだけど。
something.
相談
Wanna ask me something? What was this about? Sedeka seemed really uneasy.
さっき、一石ぶっ
Remember
た
your
話
lecture
あ
a
った
moment
でしょ？
ago?
ああ
Oh,
うん
yeah.
私、
It said that we
言ったよね。
couldn't go to the bathroom because there were
私たち
two
二
of
人だ
us.
からトイレできないじゃんって。
言った
You did.
それが
And...
うん。
No,
やっ
never
ぱりなん
mind.
でもない。
Sedeka's head drooped. For some reason, she looked like she was about to cry. She was clutching the hem of her skirt tightly and shaking a little.
どうしたんだよ
What's wrong?
なんで
It's nothing, really.
あだって
But
なん
you
か
look
泣
like
き
you're
そうな
about to
顔してるじゃ
cry.
ないか
Finally, she started to bite her lip, as if she was trying to endure something. She was acting really weird. Sedeka normally didn't behave this way.
どうしたんだ
What's wrong?
言ってく
If
れ
you
ないと
don't
わ
tell
から
me,
な
I
い
won't know. Sedeka just shook her head from left to right. She wasn't even looking at me anymore. What was going on? I didn't understand it at all. I'd never seen her like this before. Until just a moment ago. We were having a normal conversation. I grabbed her shoulder and peered into her eyes.
言ってくれ
Tell me,
長い
we've
付
known
き合
each
いだ
other
ろ
forever, right?
Can't 僕を
Can't
信
you
用でき
trust
ないの
me?
か
She shook her head even faster. And at last she started to cry. Huh? I looked closer and saw that her cheeks were flushed red. I can't take it anymore.
何が
What
Nani
can't
ga
you
dame
take? Please,
お願い。
Taku. Let's run the other way.
あっち向いてて。
And then, Sedeka's body shook violently, just once. Until a moment ago, she seemed to be suffering, but now she looked relieved and relaxed. What the heck? I suddenly looked down. She was still holding her skirt hem tightly, and there was a puddle at her feet. Not only that, her long knee socks were soaking wet. Was this... You didn't... Don't look. Sadiko begged me in a quiet voice. Don't look at me. I could smell a faint whiff of ammonia. It was obvious now what had happened. But why didn't you say something? Why did you hold it in until this happens? Because... I can't go to the bathroom when there's two of us here. I can't do it right in front of you, Taku. If that happened, I wouldn't know how to react, obviously. But Sadiko and I were in a situation where that could happen at any minute. Maybe it was time to go home after all. As that stupid idea crossed my mind. Interesting. Oh boy, positive delusion were helping Kazuki. Fine, I'll help you. I guess I don't have a choice. No way. Did Kazuki just grin? And that was something you almost never saw. So, where are we going? I faintly hoped that something incredible was about to happen. Kazuki grabbed my sleeve, then started walking. She took me up to the roof of the school.
Help me.
That was English. I suddenly heard a girl's voice. I looked around, but only the two of us were there. I guess I was just imagining it.
Help me.
No, I wasn't imagining it. I really did hear it. I looked around again. But there was nobody there except for me and Kazuki, and there's no place for anyone to hide. Which meant... Was that you, Kazuki?
Kazuki? お前か?
You can talk? No, I mean, of course she can talk, but but it was just really surprising, okay? Why now, all of a sudden?
Help me, Takeru Miyashiro. You are my only hope.
I like that she's just talking in English. This is actually really funny to me. She barely has anything to say, so I don't have to actually, read as her, but now that she's speaking in English, so I still don't have to read as her. Isn't this great?
Huh?
Huh? Why was she speaking English? Could Kazuki maybe not speak Japanese? Maybe she'd grown up outside of the country. Maybe that's why she never talked. But her English didn't seem very good. And then suddenly, a loud fanfare played. Where was that sound coming from? As I looked around frantically, giant words appeared in the sky and started to scroll. A long time ago, in a galaxy long... Okay. Episode 34, the Kazuguchi Galactic. Okay, I can't read all of that, but you can pause and read for yourselves if you're watching the YouTube video.
今のって
What is that? AR or projection mapping? Oh boy, tip. It's been 84 years. Kazuki's expression didn't change. Kazuki's expression didn't change at all.
私の本名はカズキ
My
ハン
name
ナ
is Katsuchi
カ
Hana.
ズキ大聖
I'm
団
the
帝国
eighth
である
daughter of
銀河
Emperor
帝王
Rudolph
ルドルフ15
XP
世の
of the
第八王女
Kazuchi
です
Galactic Empire. 15, though. I know my Roman numerals, just my brain go buffer.
助けてください
Help me.
ちなみに
Also,
あなた
you're
は
my
私
twin
の
brother.
双子の兄ですあと
Oh,
最終的
and
に
in the
あ
end,
な
you're
た
going to
は
have
生
to
き
fight
別
your
れの
long
実の
lost
父親
father,
と戦うこと
who
に
is
なり
Rudolph
ま
the
す
15th, obviously.
まあというわけで
So yeah,
助
help
けて
me.
ください
というわけで
That so yeah really hurts
ダ
the
イジェス
drama
トで
you're
説明
building
されて
up
も
there.
困る
Also, you just spoiled the whole plot.
さあ
Come on,
行きまし
let's
ょう
go.
どこへ
Go where?
あの星の
Beyond
彼
the
方
stars. Some part of me want to put on a Spark Wars play at the Culture Festival or something. I don't know, you tell us, buddy. I'm not surprised even me. But Spark Wars was too old for a high school kid to use in a play. Because I entered this as I walked, the next thing I knew I was in the courtyard. Goofy. Goofy silly. And now it's for this one. Oh boy. No, definitely not. No way.
ほらカズキとにかくそこどいて
Oh. I see. Come on, Kazuki. Move. Huh? Wait a second. Was that my voice?
変だな
That's strange.
なんか
My
喉の
throat
調子
must be
が
acting weird. What's going on here?
あ
Uh,
あ
I knew it. Those were definitely my words. Which meant that my voice turned into a girl's. I don't know, guys, if you noticed the chest shot changed as well. No, that's not right. Then why am I staring at my own face?
Huh?
Maybe.
僕とカズキ
Did
の
I
中
switch
身が
bodies
入
with
れ替わった
Kazuki?
嘘だ
No way.
そんな
That's
バカなこと
impossible.
があるわけが
But I fearfully touched my chest. Oh. The sensation I felt was an unfamiliar one. Wait a second. This feeling is... boobs?
なんだろう
I don't
想
know
像して
why,
いたよりも
but
ずっ
it's a
と
lot
硬い
harder
ぞ
than I expected.
硬すぎる
It's too hard.
アニメなんかで
In anime,
も
you
やも
see
やと
them
言われてい
bouncing
る
all the
表現が
time,
あるから
so I expect
ま
them
る
to
で
be
マシュマ
soft
ロみ
like
たいに柔らかいの
marshmallows.
かと思っていたけれどいや
No,
待って
wait,
違う
that's not why.
そ
I
うじゃ
see.
ない
This
そう
is...
かこれはブラジャーをし
It's
ているか
because I'm
ら
wearing
か
a bra. I kinda considered that.
つまり
In other
ブラを
words,
取れば
if I take
も
off
っと
the
柔
bra,
らかい
I'll be able to
本体
touch
が
the soft
出現する
treasures
というこ
beneath.
とになるな
Buddy, focus.
でも
But
ブラ
undoing
の
a
ホックを
bra
外
hug
す
is
な
not
んて
impossible
女子
for a
と
boy
付き
who's
合った
never
経
dated
験の
a
ない
girl.
男子にとっては難関中の難関だ自分の背
How
中
do
に
you
ある
take
ホッ
off
ク
a
なん
hook
て
that's on your
ど
own
うやって
back?
外してるんだ
But then I realized there's no need to go through all the trouble of undoing the hook.
そうか
That's right.
ブ
I
ラ
just
そ
have
の
to
ものを
lift
上に
up
ず
the
ら
bra
せば
itself.
それでいいじゃないか
I gulped a little as I yanked the bra up from over my uniform. Hello? I could feel their contents being released from the pressure.
おお
Oh,
これは
this is
すごい
amazing. They jumped a little, and they shook. It was exactly like an anime. So that wasn't an exaggeration.
というかカ
Oh,
ズキって
wait a
もし
second.
かして
Kazuki. Are you maybe...
もしかしなくて
Well,
も
I guess there's no
むちゃ
baby
くちゃ
about
胸
it.
が大き
Your
いぞ
breasts are huge. She was definitely the owner of a giant rack. As a guy, the idea of having globs of fat hanging off your chest was a very strange one. Maybe that was the reason why my shoulders felt a little stiff. So it was also true that girls with large breasts had stiff shoulders. Anyway, my breasts, that is to say, Kazuki's, were currently not covered by a bra. Yeah, because you fucking took it off, you weirdo. I wanted to see. I had to see. Buddy. Were these two twin mounds as soft as I imagined them to be? I couldn't fight the overwhelming sensation of curiosity. I brought my hands up to my chest like it was the most natural thing in the world, and softly cupped my own breasts. Well, it's so... And then I, or more precisely, probably Kazuki, who was in my body, ran up to me. She had tears in her eyes and was glaring at me.
Eh?
Huh?
バカ
Dummy! Pervert! I felt a powerful impact on my face, and my vision went black. Fucking deserved. Oh my god, we swapped bodies? Let me take off this bra and touch the boobs. Like, buddy. Priorities. Wait, was that a manga, an anime, or novel, or something else? I never thought I was into gender bending stuff. But that got me a little excited. Oh, buddy. Maybe it was a bad idea to stay like this.
Kazuki.
Crazy. I'm gonna step away for a sec while this skips through, because I think it'll be a little bit till the next Delusion. I could be wrong, though. I was wrong. Okay. I'm glad it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He got such a great voice, Miyashiro-senpai.
So
Do I?
ですか
No one had ever told me that before.
実は
I've
私
actually got a voice
昔から
fetish.
声フェチなんですよ
That was really none of my business.
宮代先
And
輩
your
の声って
voice's quality definitely
十分
lives up to my
私の感
standards.
情に耐えられるクオリティだと思うんです
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't notice Hinae's Fangies before. Quality?
そう
Does it?
マニアックな私が言うん
And
です
I'm
か
really into this
そう
stuff,
です
so I would know.
というわけで
So,
先輩
I want you to read something, just for me.
私のためだけに朗読してください
朗読
Read
ですか
something? Yes, it's part of the literature club's activities. And you're the perfect guy for it.
ぜひとも
It was hard to say no after all those compliments.
その何を
What do you want me
で
to
すか
read? You 100% see Hinae fucking with him this way anyway. Yeah.
ですね
Well,
それは
blushing, she took out a notebook. Ta-da! This.
それを
It looked like a normal student's notebook. No, you're right. That is a way to switch words, alright. That definitely changes the meaning. And there's nothing on the cover. I flipped it open. I was only on the first page, and I was already looking at a whole different world. Two pretty boys, drawn in the style of a girl's manga, were holding each other, mostly naked. This is his delusion. It's like, oh yeah, she has a voice fetish, and she wants me to read yaoi? I'm so... It was drawn in pencil, and the illustration wasn't that great. And there was even a dialogue bubble. Pierce me with your Excalibur. This is... I don't understand. Did Arimiri-san draw this? And this is my idea book for when we write stuff in the Lit Club. Having a real boy say these things aloud will make it easier for me to visualize, you know? No, I can't. Please. Please. No, I can't. Are you sure? There's no one else I can ask. I have a lot of girlfriends, but I don't really do well around guys. But I can't force you, can I? Arimura-san. If she was really relying on me, I couldn't turn her down. Right. Just a little. Really? Thank you so much. She smiled happily. Not that I had actually talked to her. I realized she was a strange person, but not a bad one. So, what part do I read? Start from the beginning, please. From the beginning? She wanted me to read this aloud? With as much emotion as you can muster. As dirty as you can make it. Could I do that? I took a deep breath to calm myself down. Animated-san was looking at me with stars in her eyes. It was embarrassing. I couldn't tell her to look away. I guess I just have to do it. What is this background? The fucking Sumo stickers and all their expressions. The fucking bananas. The bananas at the bottom left here, they're like touching. The bananas on the bottom here, they're boyfriends. What the fuck? Whoever drew this had a lot of fun, yeah. This is so silly. Pierce me with your Excalibur. I like that she's just vibrating. Arimura-san's face went bright red. She started to pant, snort, and then she started headbanging. The act of violently shaking one's head up and down, usually seen at a rock concert, is definitely not something you see people doing by themselves during their daily lives. The way she's just vibrating is really funny to me. And this was tougher than I thought. Mentally, I didn't know if I could do it. I wanted to get away as soon as possible. That's enough, right? Oh, wait, the next page. Can you read the next page too? The next page. I flipped the page. There's a similar picture in dialogue bubble. Come on. Mull your ice pop inside of me. Yes, yes. Yes, what? Next, please. I give up. I'm fine. I give up.
いや、やめろよ。
Stop it,
この
you
鬼畜巨
big
根野郎。
dicked freak. Animita's-san had the look of ecstasy on her face. Her eyes looked like she was on drugs. You're wonderful. You're the sexiest.
最高にエロいっす。私
I can't. And then her whole body started to spasm. Just the way her sprite is shaking, I can't. A bit of drool was dripping out of the side of her mouth, but she didn't try to wipe it out. I've never been so excited.
初めてっす。
Senpai, can you do readings for me once in a while from now on?
やってもらえませんか？次は
Next time, I want to hear something even smuttier.
見たいんです。それと
And
今
I'll
度
bring
は
some friends for the literature club who are into the same
同じ趣味を
thing.
持つ人たちも連れてきます。大丈
Don't
夫。
worry, they're all girls. I'm sure they'll fall in love with your voice, senpai.
メロメロになりますから。
Well, let's see, the thing is, assuming that Takuru is in fact straight, this wouldn't help him land girls because the girls will want him to be with guys, you know? That's all. It's okay, right? Right? And that was how my career as a voice actor in gay porn for girls began. That's crazy. Okay. So this is the one positive delusion that at least 2 other endings require you to skip. It makes me a little sad that this is the one. If that happened, I'd kill myself. But if it was that blah blah blah. But if that was her only secret, that would be fine. Well, maybe not fine. But I feel like the real Ayamide-san was hiding something more dangerous. And that's probably why she brought me here. In other words. Oh, that was beautiful. I think that's gonna be my favorite. That's definitely my favorite positive delusion thus far. It's gonna be hard to top that. Here we go. Oh, this one has a more interesting.
花ちゃんって胸大きいね。
You got big breasts, don't you, Hana-chan?
花ちゃん
Hana-chan,
息荒い
you're
よ。
panting. Hey,
キス
can
して
I
いい？
kiss you? No, I'm going
しち
to.
ゃうもんね。
Whether you want me to or not.
「興奮してるの？
Are you excited? That's so cute.
かわいい。
Additional. Extra Delulu.
私も
And I'm
興奮
excited
してき
too.
ちゃった。ねえ、花ちゃん、
Hey, Hana-chan.
私
Touch
のもの
mine, too.
触って。
Gay. Yeah,
気持
that
ちいい。
feels good.
そう、
That's right.
私の
Can you
胸
feel how fast my
ド
heart
キ
is
ドキして
beating?
るの感じる？
I couldn't take it anymore and gulped loudly. Kazaki and Sarika suddenly stopped whispering. Oh no, they heard me.
ねえ、花ちゃん。
Hey, Hana-chan.
タクが
Taku's
私たちの
listening to
声
us.
盗み聞きしてるよ。
No, no, you're right next to me. I can't help it. I wanted to say that, but I couldn't speak. If I did, they know I was listening for sure.
花ちゃん。
Hey, Hana-chan,
提案
here's
な
an
んだけど、
idea. Why don't we let
Taku
Taku join in?
混ぜてあげようか。どう？
How about it?
オッケー。ねえ、タク。
Hey, Taku. This is so weird, like, the way the girls are positioned.
こっちおいでよ。
Come over here.
私と
Hana-chan and I
花
will
ちゃんで
tickle you too.
タクの体たっぷりくすぐってあげる。
Crap, when I closed my eyes, my imagination started to get the better of me. It was their fault for saying that stuff next to me. Well, they weren't actually saying any of that. But just listening to them tickle each other was enough to excite a healthy young boy like me. Buddy. I listened carefully for a moment and realized I could hear soft snoring. Had they fallen asleep while my imagination was in overdrive? Damn it, I need to consider my feelings too, buddy. I got so excited that I wouldn't be able to get to sleep for a while. That's a you problem. I need to think of a way to kill some time. Ah. Suddenly, Ito started to fidget. He was awake. Did he know what I was thinking about? I got nervous for a second, but he ignored me and took out his phone to check the time.
どうした？
What's up?
忘れてた。
I forgot.
そろ
It's
そろ
almost
0時だぞ。
midnight.
あ、
Oh,
だ。
okay. Oh boy.
クルス、
Kurusu.
僕だけど、
It's me.
あ、
Oh,
Takuru?
Takuru. So you did
来てくれ
come.
たのね。
Good. Come
入っ
in.
て。
I came outside and Kurusu welcomed me from the bed.
おかえり。
Welcome back.
ちょっと
Hold
待
on
っ
a
て。
second. Kurusu started to rummage through something under the blankets.
ん？
And she was going to get mad. I'd prefer if she got mad now. I know. I felt like I was sitting on a bed of nails. It was hellish.
さ、今日
So,
呼び出
is
した
what
のっ
happened
て
today the reason you
やっぱ
wanted
り
to talk to me? And right as I said that, Kurusu stood up.
なんで脱いで
What? Where are your clothes? She wasn't even wearing underwear. Oh, but if she'd been lying down this whole time, it would make sense if she wasn't dressed. Wait, that wasn't the issue here.
背中を拭い
I
ても
want you
ら
to
おう
wipe
と
down
思
my
って。
back.
もしかして
Is that why you
呼
called
び出
me
したのっ
over?
てそのためか。
ごめん
I'm
ね。
sorry. Is it a
迷
bother?
惑だった？
あ、
No,
そう
no,
いや、
well-
なんていうか。
Listen, it makes sense. Kurusu wasn't usually like this. I wasn't sure how to handle her now that she was acting this way.
ユイやユード
And
に
she
頼
should
め
just
ば
ask
いいのに。
Yui or Yuto.
タクルに
Maybe I just decided
甘
that I
えたく
wanted
なっ
you
ちゃ
to
った
do
の
it.
かも。こういう時
These
ぐ
are
らい
special
いいで
circumstances.
しょ？
It's okay, right? She wanted me to do that?
そんな
That's a
こと
really
言い出
weird
すなん
thing
て
for you to say.
絶対
Do
変
you
な
have a fever or
癖
something?
もあるんじゃないのか。
恥ずかしが
There's
るこ
something
と
to
なん
be
てない
embarrassed
のに。
about.
何年か
When
前
you got a fever and
タクル
couldn't
が
get out
熱
of
出
bed
して
all
寝
those
込んだ
years
時
ago,
に
I did all kinds of
私い
things
ろい
for
ろや
you.
ってあげたじゃない。
いろいろ
All
って。
kinds of things.
下の世
I
話だ
took
っ
care of you
て
down
した
there
よ
too.
ね。
Kurusu giggled a little. I hadn't heard anything about her having a fever, so why was she acting like this?
タクルの
I
体
know
のことな
everything there
ら
is to know about your body.
私何でも知ってる。兄弟なん
We're
だか
brother
ら
and sister, so that's
そ
normal,
れは普通
right?
のことでしょ。
No. If you mean like an actual normal sibling relationship, absolutely fucking not. Was that normal? No.
お願い。
Please,
Takuru.
Takuru.
今日だけでいい
Just
か
for
ら
today.
甘えさせてよ。
Spoil me.
わかったよ。
Fine.
ありがとう。
Thank you. But it was still embarrassing enough that I couldn't bring myself to look at her.
タクル、
Takuru, don't look
Mel.
away.
そらさないで。
My heart skipped a beat.
そ
What do you mean?
どういう。
私の
I'm
全
going
部
to
を
expose all my secrets to
Takuru
you
に
now.
今からさらけ出すから。
あ
I gulped loudly. Her face was bright red. Does she have a fever after all? Or
クルスだ
you're
って
embarrassed too?
恥ずかしがってるじゃないか。
Yeah,
うん。変
it's weird,
よ
isn't
ね。
it? This is a lot more
思ったより
embarrassing than I thought.
ずっと恥ずかしい。
To be honest, I wanted to run away as soon as I could. But I just said I wouldn't do it. I couldn't betray Kurisu when she was this weak.
見るよ。
I'm going to look.
嬉し
And
い。
that makes me happy. I looked straight at her. At her body. It must be hard for her to get bras her size. Like in Japan in particular. That's all.
何か
Why don't you say
言ったら？
something? She was beautiful. But I couldn't bring myself to say that.
それじゃあタ
Okay,
クル
Takure.
お
Will you do
願い
it?
していい？
Huh?
お願いって
Do it.
だから
I want you
体
to
を
wipe down my
拭いて
body.
ほしいんだけど。
That's right. I'd forgotten.
そこにタオル
There's
あ
a
るか
towel
ら。
there. She already had a towel and a bowl of hot water ready. I wet the towel and got closer to Kurisu.
前
Do
か
I
ら
start from the
後ろ
front
から
or from the back? Huh? She fidgeted. It was really cute to see Kurisu acting this way. You're
前
gonna
も
wipe down my front side
拭いて
too?
くれるの？
Huh?
あ
Kurisu didn't need me to wipe down her front side. She could do it herself.
いやだって
No, I
ずっ
mean,
とこっち
you've
向
been
いてるから
facing this way the whole time. Oh no, I was panicking even more than usual.
ごめん
I'm sorry. You wanted me to wash your back, right?
いいよ。
It's okay.
Eh?
Huh? She looked straight at me.
いいよ。
It's okay. What was okay? No, I didn't need to ask. I gulped again. And I looked back at her. Her pale skin was slightly slick with sweat. Her breasts were large, firm, and round. Her hips formed a smooth curve. She looked like a statue of Venus. I had never realized Kurisu was so pretty before. I wanted to touch her body. She looked so soft. Her skin looked so clear. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't turned on. But more than anything, I wanted to touch it because it belonged to Kurisu. I wanted to touch her beautiful body because it was hers. I reached my hand out toward Kurisu's neck. Not the one with the towel, but the empty one. I ran my fingertips softly down the side of it. did she need there? Her body shook a little. It was indescribably cute. Kudesu was always the big sister, bossing me around to tell me what to do. And now she was squirming under my touch. It felt good, like I made her my own. Hello. Kudesu. I want to have my way with you somewhere. Okay. She nodded, embarrassed. Do whatever you want to me. Kudesu, I will not stop tickling you until you apologize. What? I was trying too hard to escape from reality. If I was imagining Kudesu in a situation like that, I must have been under more stress than I thought. Points for self-awareness? I don't know. Crazy. There we go. The sword.
Miyashiro.
Uh-huh. Huh? Are you interested in that sword? Kunosato-san brought it up, even though I was trying my hardest to ignore it. No, not really. I tried my best to laugh and avoid looking at it. Kunosato-san must have sensed what I was doing, because she dropped the subject instead. So, you're the true Augur after all. She whispered that. What was going on? Why has she brought us here? The window started to rattle. It must have been the wind. The only things I could see outside the window were the street lights shining in the darkness. For some reason, I felt very anxious. And then it came without warning. And there's a huge crash as the windows shattered. A black ball landed in the center of the room. What's going on? I found you, Kunosato Mio. It was a tiny girl with glasses. I knew her face. She was the girl we'd seen at H Tokyo General Hospital. She followed me. Now that I found you, all of you must die. I will execution you all. Or... Execution? I will execution you all. Either way, still weird. PT analysis. Execution, yeah. I think. Me too, Miyashiro-san. For some reason, I didn't sound very worried. I was having trouble keeping up with the situation. Tsuriko was clinging to me, a little afraid. It was rare to see her look like that. Normally, she was optimistic and easygoing. As the man here, I needed to protect her. I'm the Windmaster. People call me Weasel Scythe. Okay. And that translates to... Wind. Sorry, I'm just laughing internally a little bit, because Kametaichi is a type of yokai, which is the Weasel Scythe, basically. Thus, I saw that her nails were shining emerald green. Does she paint them with luminescent paint? I didn't expect a 7th Praga here. But don't you know that this place is a Cello Parisio? If you use your power here. I don't care. Protect Xbox changed to be a little scythe. I only have one order. To stop anyone from interfering with the plan. I won't let you. Kunosata-san reached for her blade. But before she could... Manifest! My wind! A burst of wind blew through the room. And the wind shone emerald green. Slice her apart! No. An emerald wind surrounded Kunosata-san's body. Her clothes were torn apart. Not just her clothes. Her beautiful skin and long black hair were ripped apart by invisible blades. Red blood flew through the air. What's going on? What's happening? Kunosata-san fell to the ground, covered in blood. Her hand had just managed to grab the blade, but... Yes, this is the positive delusion. She couldn't fight anymore. Kunosata-san was going to die. But all I could do was stand there and watch. If I interfered, I would meet the same fate. I would be executioned. Yeah, executioned. The augurs of the organizations have fallen in power, it seems. Kunosata-mio, did you really think the likes of you could stop me? Kunosata-san gritted her teeth and staggered to her feet, using the sword as a support. You're crazy. And you shouldn't have stood back up. Not with how tattered you are. She'll just kill you.
Huh?
With the last of her strength, Kunosata-san offered me her sword. Take the sword. I was never able to master it. But perhaps you can. No, I know you can. You can draw out its true power. The holy audio blade Gladius was created for you, the Chaos Child. For me. My name was the Chaos Child. Kunosata-san pushed it into my hands, her arm strong, but not strong enough that she was forcing me to take it. Fight. Fight? Me? Fight! Or else everyone dies. And then Kunosata-san collapsed into my arms. I grabbed her, and suddenly my hands were slick with red blood. She'd always been so intimidating that I thought she was much taller than me. But her body was so frail and so light. She was just a girl too. But she'd fought so hard until she ended up like this. I had to do it. I didn't know what was going on. But if I didn't stop her, not only Kunosata-san's life and my life, but Serika and Ito's lives would be in danger as well. I had to protect everyone, or I have to. I set Kunosata-san on the ground. I motioned to Serika and Ito to step back. I tightly gripped the sword I'd been given. Then I turned to face the girl wearing glasses, Weasel Scythe. Are you finished, Chaos Child? I glared at her silently. If you've taken up that blade, then by my name, Weasel Scythe, I will show you no mercy.
真の
I
覚
will
醒へと至る前に
I'll section you before you can undergo your true awakening. I didn't know what to expect. But if I didn't fight, I would die. I had to fight. I steeled myself and took a step toward Weasel's scythe. Huh? You were in your last year of high school. What the hell are you thinking? Sure, any Japanese boy who grew up on manga could fantasize about something like that, but... it was all tropes and cliches. If I'd gotten launched in a magazine, it would have been cancelled after 10 weeks. I blame that sword that's just sitting there in the corner. Any boy who sees a sword like that would remember his dark past. Anyway, this is no time to be thinking about that sword.
Kei-san,
Kei-san, I'm seriously a fan of yours. Just listening to your voice makes me feel better. I don't care. As I sat there fantasizing, Kunosato-san was tearing apart at his hopes and dreams. He was having a bad time. Senpai, let's get out of here. Huh? What are you doing? Hurry! While I hesitated, Artemida ran past the woman and headed toward the street. The woman slowly started to stand back up. Damn it. I ran after Artemida before the woman could get up. I ran down many different alleyways and turned down several corners. I didn't even know where I was anymore. I just kept running, assured that if I turned back, that woman would be right behind me. I ran. And ran. And ran. And then... true world within the eyes that resist truth and lies. Let me double check the guide real quick about how to get the bad ending. Oh. Okay. Oh, the delusion's within this route. Okay. So it has to be only within this route. Gotcha. So I wasted our time with the open sky ending. So I just repeated that first thing for no reason at all. Anyways, that aside, but that's still interesting though, that if you do play through it again, that Sakuma's identity isn't obscured anymore. I do find that as an interesting change. So even though it was a waste of time, at least we got that information, because that's neat. That's a neat little change, because they didn't have to do that. It's already kind of late, so we can get the bad ending for this next time, and then start on the next one as well. Yeah. Because the bad ending for this one will be shorter. Where's Artemida? Where did Artemida go? How could she run away and leave me behind? Damn it. And what the hell is wrong with that woman? Why did we... I mean, I have to go through this? Was it because I've been investigating the case? Then maybe. I'm going to be killed. Miyashiro Takuru-senpai. Maybe I should have listened to Arimida's warning. Maybe I should have dropped the case right then and there. But back then, I never thought the killer would come after me. And I wasn't trying to catch them. I just thought it was interesting. We were only pursuing the case because it was fun. Damn it. Was that just how reality worked? I hadn't done anything wrong. I just been doing this for fun. Was that enough to justify killing me? Killing me? she killed me, I would die. If I died, I would cease to exist. That's how that works. People die when they're killed. I'd disappear. I'd be gone. I wouldn't be able to see anything, hear anything, say anything, eat anything. Everyone would make a fuss at first. Maybe someone would cry. But they wouldn't really mean it, and they wouldn't do it for long. For long, they'd all forget about me. Kurisu, Eito, Kazuki, and even Serika. And they'd be all alone in an empty, dark world, and no one would remember me. No. No, 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 no. Anything but that. I suddenly heard a noise in front of me. Footsteps. Did she get ahead of me somehow? Could I do it again if I had to? The way I dodged those flames. If that was what Arimita said was my power. But how? I knew I had to bring out that sword thing again. But I didn't know how to do it. It wasn't working. I've been able to do it before because I wasn't thinking about it. But when I try to do it now, the panic won out. Not only could I not use my powers, I couldn't even see the sword anymore. The footsteps kept getting closer. It was no good. I'd have to run. It was all I could do now. My mind knew I had to run, but my body wouldn't obey. My legs went numb, and my heartbeat was deafening. The sweat pouring down my forehead got into my eyes, and I didn't even know where I was running to anymore. The footsteps from behind gradually got closer. They were almost on top of me. Right around that corner. So close. And look. She's right there. Stay away. What? Stay away. Stay away from me. Don't come any closer. But wait, it's me. It's me. I pulled my arms and legs out at my attacker, who screamed in a surprisingly cute voice. Huh? Miura. You're safe, senpai? What? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who got scared. You just screamed all of a sudden. That's because I thought you were that woman. Wait, what are you doing here? You ran off and left me. Why are you still here? That's what I'm asking. Why did you run the same direction I did? She might come after me now. Wait a sec. Were you planning on using me as a decoy? It wasn't like a plan or anything. It's just how things ended up. Why you... I don't know about that. I bet you're right. Shh! Arimita suddenly put her hand over my mouth before I could say another word. I was about to complain, but when I saw the look on her face, I shut up and listened carefully. And there's no doubt about it. And the sound. This time, it really was that woman. And there was an explosion, and a shockwave in the air struck me in the face. And I could smell something burning within the black smoke that covered my vision, and beyond it. And that woman with the empty eyes. Why does this keep happening to me? Now's not the time to think about it. I knew that. But what was I supposed to do? I'll just have to try and use my power again. Can you do it? I don't know, but I have no choice. Or I don't have a choice. Close enough. I forced my shaking legs to turn toward the woman. Her eyes were still empty as she stared at me. I couldn't sense anything in them at all. I couldn't tell what she was thinking or why she was doing this. But I could tell that her eyes were looking at me. She was after me. Please. Just one more time. Just one more time. Focus. Focus. Give me power.
Senpai.
I can't do it. I can't. What do we do, Harimura? What? Don't tell me that now. I thought that your powers were always just supposed to activate when things got really bad. Maybe things weren't that easy after all. Wait, can you use your power to do something? Of course I can't. Shit. I could see the woman raising her hand, slowly, out of the corner of my eye. This is very bad. At this distance. If I got hit with those flames, it was gonna be really, really hot. No, hotter than hot. I could burn to death. Even if I didn't die, I'd be badly burned. There's no way I'd be okay. I need to find some way to run. But how? A spiral of orange light was forming in the woman's hand. Oh. Did this mean I was going to die? Was I going to die here and now? Did dying always feel so unreal? The woman was right on top of us now. A massive whirlpool of flame had formed around her hands. And then, she slowly turned her hands toward us. And then, there was a sudden strange sound as the flames flowed backward and struck her in the face. And she flailed back and fell to her knees. I looked behind me and saw that Arimita was holding a can of hairspray. Arimita might not have expected it to do much, but it worked better than she could have possibly imagined. Arimita was staring in shock at what had just happened, but there wasn't time for that. And someone was slowly starting to look up at us. Arimita's counterattack had made her angry. If she came after us again, we'd be dead. So before that happened... We're getting out of here, Harimura! Huh? I picked up the spray can at my feet and flung it at her attacker. They grabbed Harimura by the hand and ran toward the strange woman. She must not have expected that, because fortunately, we didn't hear any footsteps right away. For now, we needed to lose her and get somewhere safe, where we could hide. The only place we could hide around here was there. But if she found that place... No, there wasn't any time to worry about that. I had to chance it. Senpai, where are we going? This way. What? I can't go on. Hey, what happened to all that courage you had a moment ago? What are you talking about? We're almost there. Keep going. You're out of breath too, though. Damn it. Did she really have to talk back at a time like this? If we go up here, we'll probably die. Do you understand that? I do, but Arimita was right. My heart was pounding so loud, I thought it might burst. In manga and anime, you always gain incredible stamina in situations like this. Evidently, though, that didn't actually happen in reality. It was impossible for a human being to surpass their limits. Maybe I should have exercised more. Obviously, it was too late for that now. Still, that didn't mean I would give up. Anyway, just hang in there and... I didn't have the strength left to answer her question. We just had to keep going. Even a big city like Shibuya had lots of tiny overlapping little alleyways off of the main streets. And this area was my home, which meant I had the advantage. And it wouldn't be long before. I was right. I could hear sirens. Even in an alleyway, someone was bound to hear all of that noise. If the police were here, that one would have bigger problems than trying to track us down. Okay, now's our chance. Senpai. This way. Hey, wait! I lowered my body to the ground and headed further into the darkness. Senpai, this is... At this point, I've been able to find my way there blindfolded. Hey, Senpai, this place is... Shh, just shut up and come inside. But... just hurry. We listened carefully to the sounds around us as we caught our breaths. And if we heard our footsteps, we'd recognize them immediately. We could hear the sound of police sirens in the distance. I hoped that the police would catch her and take her away. We just stood there, frozen in prayer, as we waited for time to pass. 5 minutes, then 10. It wasn't long at all, but it felt like an eternity. If she still hasn't come after us, we're probably okay now. I took a deep breath. All the tension drained from my body, and I slowly sat on the ground. Are we safe now? Animita asked. Yeah, I think so. I see. But still, that woman. Was she the one behind the murders? If so, then what was her connection to the facility under the hospital? Was she acting on her own, maybe? There still wasn't enough information to tell. Senpai? What? I think it's okay now. I already said we're safe now, didn't I? No, I mean, my hand. In your hand? Yeah. You're still holding my hand. Gasp. Premarital hand-holding. Oh. I've been so desperate to get away from that woman that I hadn't realized it. But it seemed like I'd been holding Arimita's hand the whole time. And it wasn't just her hand. She and I were incredibly close. I quickly jumped back. Is the reason that you took me into a dark place like this because you want to? No, it wasn't deliberate. I didn't mean anything weird by it. I know that. You're clearly not the type. What did you say? I don't know how to say it. You know, maybe you're not used to being around girls. Wait. Don't underestimate me. I'm a normie, whether I look like it or not. Oh, buddy, you're not. And normie? The term didn't seem to mean anything to her. Yeah, you know, normie. It means I have a happy, normal life. I don't know what you might think about me, but I know exactly how to act around a lady. Wait, where are we? Listen to me! Animita had stood up and started to look around the dark room. Ow! I kicked something! Hey, don't move around and destroy my home. Home? That's right. This is my home. Do you know what that means? It means I live here. I decided it was probably safe now and turned on the lights. Now that she could see, Arimita was looking around the room in surprise. She seemed a lot less on edge than usual, probably because she was pretty sure the woman wasn't going to come after us anymore. You're probably thirsty, right? I opened up the fridge and took out 2 plastic bottles, then I handed one to her. Oh, thanks. She opened the bottle and took a big swig of it. Phew. I finally feel alive now, you know? Oh, what is this stuff? Mountain View. You haven't heard of it? It's the most highly caffeinated soft drink available in Japan, which acts to stimulate the brain. Arimita ignored me, even though I was still in the middle of my lecture, and grimaced with her mouth still full of Mountain View. Evidently, she didn't like it. Is this a mobile home? No, a mobile home is specifically a vehicle intended to stay in one place most of the time. It's best thought of as a house with wheels. I agree, a Baja Blast would go hard right now. But this house is more of a vehicle with living facilities added. It's more properly referred to as a camper or RV. What's more, there are several different types of camping cars, ranging from ones that use special frames to converted vans and boxcars. Why are you living in a place like this? Would you please let me finish first? You're Kurisu-senpai's little brother, right? From the orphanage? That's just what Kurisu calls me. Well, we did live there together for several years. I would have preferred that she didn't ask any more questions about that. If she asked, I'd have to tell her about what happened. I see. Huh? Is that all? You're not going to ask me? Ask you what? About me and Kurisu, why I'm living here alone. No, you don't want me to, do you? Why do you think that? Oh, maybe. Maybe it was her power? Unfortunately, that's incorrect. My power can only tell me if someone's lying or not. It can't tell me what they're thinking.
相手が何を考えてるのかまではわかりませんから。
Then how does she know?
でもその代
But
わりに
instead, I've become pretty sensitive to how people are feeling, and I can kind of figure
だか
out
ら
what
そ
a
の人
person
が
is
何を考
thinking.
えてるかっていうのはなんとなくわかるようになっちゃったんですよね。もちろん
Of
それ
course,
も
it's easier
わ
to
かりや
tell
す
with
い
some
人と
people
わ
than
かりにくい
others.
人とがいますけど。
つまり
In other
僕は
words,
分かりやすいって
it's easy to tell with me.
さ
I
あ、ど
couldn't
うでし
say.
ょう。
Don't try to fool me. My thoughts are so complicated and intricate that it would be impossible to guess them. Oh, buddy.
へえ。
なんだよ。
What?
いえ、
Nothing.
自分では
I was
本
just
気でそう思
surprised
って
that
る
you
んだ
really
な
believe
って
that.
自分で
What does that mean?
それじゃあ、
So,
さっきの
can I ask you about what we were
聞いてもいい
talking
んですか？
about before?
それは
Well, maybe it was easy to tell what I was thinking.
じゃあ、
Then,
その
can
代
I
わ
ask
り
you
別
something
のこと
else?
聞いてもいいっすか？
別のこと
Something else?
先輩って
You're a normie,
リア充
right?
なんでしたよね。
そう
Yes,
その
that's
話だ
right.
よ
That's what I was
僕は
talking
リア充
about
なんだ
before. I'm a normie, so I know how to talk to a girl.
リア充って
Do normies read magazines
こ
like
ういう本
this?
読むものなんすか？
Eddie would have picked up one of the magazines scattered at her feet.
クールキ
Cool
ャッ
Cat
トプレス。
Press. Everything from
女の子との
meeting a
出
girl
会い
to
から
getting
エッチまで
played. I quickly reached out to grab it, but she dodged me easily.
なになに
Let's see. Minami Kata Kenji Sensei. I can't get a girlfriend. What do I do? Just bring her to your room and pin her down, and she'll do whatever you want. Don't read it! I reached out my hand again to grab the magazine from her. But I'd run so far and was so exhausted that even that was enough to throw me off balance. And as a result... You think Hinai is your favorite character in this game? Valid. She's great. Here we go. I'll go ahead and do a save here because this will be closer to what we want for getting the bad end later. But let's get the proper end first here. Why is she looking at me that way? Wait, this is just like...
まさか
Senpai, you don't... I don't... No, wait. Did I really not? Minami Kata Sensei had said it after all. If you put a woman down, she'll do whatever you want. And she actually wanted you to. I didn't actually believe it, but maybe it was true and I just didn't know it. Then maybe... Oh boy. Actually, there was a whole special on it, wasn't there? It was July 1999 issue, I think. The July 1999 issue, rather. That bratty little girl a year or two younger than you is actually just waiting for you to make a forceful move. A forceful move. That meant... That's right. I'm actually responsible for everything that happened. Huh? Everything? I mean everything. Including that woman back there. Huh? Then you were the one who told her to attack us? But why?
でもどうして
To bring you here, of course. I grabbed her by the wrists and pinned her to the bed.
私をこ
To
こ
bring
に
me here.
そ
Does
れって
that
つまり
mean... For some reason, Arimita didn't resist. She just stared back into my eyes.
わかるだろ
You know what that means, right?
そんな
But I can't believe you're the kind of person who would do that.
人だったなんて
Despite what she said, her eyes were dewy and shining in the light of the fluorescent bulbs above. And as proof.
でも
But I like guys who are
そうい
forceful
う
like
強引
that.
な人す
Cool Cat Press was right. All hail Cool Cat Press.
有村
Arimita.
先輩
Senpai,
来て
take me. Ellipsis.
なんて
Yeah,
あるわ
that's
け
not
ないよ
happening.
な
Wait, didn't I think about doing this once before? Man, I never learned, do I? Nope.
先輩
Senpai, if you don't get off me, I'm going to scream.
大声出しますよ
I'm sorry. I leapt off her and started to grab the magazines off the floor.
その雑
Those
誌
magazines.
これは違
These
う
aren't
ん
what
だ
they look like. I screwed up. I never imagined that a younger girl would see these.
違う
What
っ
do
て
they look
何
like?
がですか
だから
They... No, right. No matter what kind of excuse I came up with, Arimita would realize it was a lie. Gigglomaniacs. What an obnoxious power.
何笑っ
What
て
are
るん
you
だよ
laughing at?
ほんと先
I
輩
was
って
just
わかり
thinking
や
that
すい
you really
な
are
と思って
easy to figure out.
悪く
I'm
すは
sorry for
分かり
being
やす
easy
く
to understand.
別に悪く
There's
はない
nothing
で
to
す
apologize for.
私
That
に
just
とって
makes
は
it easier
そ
to
の方が
spend
付き合
time
いや
with
すい
you.
ですしあ
Oh,
付き合
I
う
don't
って言
mean
っても
spend time 別
with
you
you
like
like
in a weird way or anything.
念を押
You
さなく
don't
た
need
っ
to tell me
そ
that.
れくらい
I
分かってるよ
know. Even I wasn't dumb enough to misunderstand that.
だったらいいん
I
ですけ
sure
ど
hope so. Arimita slowly stood up and looked out the window. You could still hear the faint noises. Or, yeah. You could still hear the faint noises of police and fire truck sirens in the distance. Come to think of it, I'd already forgotten that I had almost died out there. Why? No, there was no need to ask why. It was because of Arimita. If I was here alone, I'd probably still be shaking. I wasn't trying to say that after what happened. Arimita was now someone special to me or anything like that. But in the past few hours, the thick wall between the two of us felt like it had gotten a little thinner.
さて
Okay, it's about time for me to
それ
leave.
じゃあ私はそろそろ
が帰
You're
るの
leaving?
いつまでも
I
ここ
can't
に
stay
いる
here
わけにも
forever.
いられないですし
Or are you telling me I should spend the night
泊
here?
まっていけとでも言います
言わない
I'm
よ
not. Damn it, making fun of me, are you?
大丈夫です
Don't worry.
一
I'll
応
stick to
人気のあ
streets
り
with
そうな
lots
と
of
ころを通
people.
って帰
I
ります
can't
から
imagine her doing anything
さ
with
す
like
が
all
に
these
この
police
騒
out
ぎの
anyway.
中ことを起こすとも思えないですし
She was probably right about that. But even so,
送
you
って
want me
いこうか
to walk you home?
どうしてですか
Why?
心配だ
Because
から
I'm
に決
worried,
まってるだ
of
ろ
course.
心配
Worried?
私は
About me?
一応そ
I
れでも
mean,
女の子だ
you're a
からな
girl after all.
送っていく
It's a
のは
man's
男の
duty
役
to
目だ
walk you
から
home. And that's what Cool Cast Press had said.
もしかして
Did you
それ
get that
も
from that
あの
magazine
雑誌の
too?
受け売りですか
No. You really are easy to figure out, senpai. Damn it, I give up.
それもあるけ
That's
ど
part of it,
やっぱり
but
危ない
I
と
really do think it's dangerous out there.
うーん
何
What?
それは
You're
本当
telling
なん
the
だ
truth, huh?
は
Huh?
いえ、な
No,
んでも
nothing.
お気
Thanks
持
for
ち
the
だけいた
offer,
だいてお
but
き
I'm
ます
alright. Arimita cheerfully walked toward the exit, then stopped and turned around before she got to the door. Thanks for your help today. You saved my life. At least, we'll say that you did. And with that, adios, gracias.
Adios, gracias.
She bowed her head slightly, then left.
して
She didn't have to mention that we'll say Bert. Strangely enough, though, it didn't bother me. At any rate,
ギガロマニアックス
Gigomaniacs, huh? I'd use some kind of power to control that woman's flames. Arimita had said that was my power, but that was the only time I'd been able to use it. Let's try this again. I took a deep breath to compose myself. My power. At first, it was so hazy, I had to focus to be able to see it at all. But gradually, it began to form a definite shape in the corner of my eye. It was twisted yet beautiful, and disgusting yet pure. Its very presence was so overwhelming that it was impossible to believe it even belonged to this world. I reached out my hand, fearfully. But I couldn't even touch it. What had I done before? That's right. And when she'd attacked me with her flames, Was this my... It was just a message. That scared me. It was from Arimita. I made it home safe. I was surprised that she was thoughtful enough to let me know. Either way, I was glad nothing had happened. After that, I tried a lot of different ways to strengthen my power, and then at some point I fell asleep. I wouldn't know until morning what had happened to the woman after that. 2005. And they say that every person has a single image somewhere in their mind that defines who they are. For Arimita Hinae, that image was of her family, seated around a dinner table. No. Her mom and dad and her brother, the four of them sitting around the table. That image, more than anything else, defined the kind of person that Hinae was. Her mom and dad both worked, and on the weekdays they'd often come home late. Sometimes they didn't even come home at all. But Hinae never felt alone. She was never alone, because she had an older brother. Her parents had told her that when she was born, he'd been the happiest boy in the world. But she didn't need to hear that to know how much he meant to her brother. Hinae had always had a pretty face ever since she was a baby, and she'd always been popular. But her brother loved her more than anyone. Whenever Hinae cried, he tried to make her feel better, and when it was time for her to sleep, she'd rock him in his... He'd rock her in his arms. I can read good. He was in one of the older classes at elementary school, and he probably wanted to play with his friends. He had a lot of friends, actually, and every day they'd invite him over. But he would always turn them down and come straight home to be with Hinae. With their parents working so much, he'd spend a lot of time alone in the house. He probably didn't want Hinae to go through the same thing. Normally, acting like that would have cost him his friends, but that had never happened. He was just that good of a big brother. As Hinae got older, she became more and more like a young girl, and her brother loved her even more. Her parents decided that Hinae could safely be left in her brother's care, and started to come home even later. But every Sunday, they were always home. Sometimes they'd go out somewhere for the day, then come back in the evening to eat at the dinner table. That was the rule at the Arimita household. There was always warm food, and her family was always smiling. That was what happiness meant to her. It was something so natural and so normal that she never doubted it. And it was the truth. Wow. So that's what happened last night. Yeah, it was awful. I just can't catch a break. And the first thing I did when I got to school the next morning was tell Serika what had happened. I had no way of knowing what had happened to that woman after that. I checked the news when I woke up, but not only did I not find a name, I couldn't even find anyone reporting on the attack. However, there were a lot of people in the social networks talking about the strange woman. After all that chaos, the police had to have known about her. Still, I don't know what would happen next. Or I didn't know what would happen next, rather. I was a little hesitant to go to school, but I figured she wouldn't be willing to attack me in broad daylight. And since I made it here safely, I figured that I was right. So what happened then? What happened? I took Arimura to my room. Your room? You mean that RV? What else could I mean? Just the two of you? Of course. It's not like I was going to bring the woman who tried to kill us. I see. I felt like she was implying something. What are you grinning about? I mean, you, alone with a girl in your room. That's amazing, isn't it? How rude. Listen, I've told you this 1,000 times before. I'm a normie. This is nothing for me. Then have any other girls been to your room since you moved there? I mean, you, first of all. Many times. Anyone who weren't me or Non-chan? Okay, See? It was your first time, right? Right? Shut up. So, did something happen? Serika's voice dropped into a conspiratorial whisper as she grinned at me. What do you mean, something? Aw, don't be silly. You know what I mean. Of course not. You were almost killed. You have bigger things to worry about. Oh, come on. I bet you liked it. I did not. Oh, who do I spy with my little eye? I turned around and saw Arimura herself waving at us. Arimura. Yep, it's me, Arimura. Miyashiro-senpai. Ciao. Yeah. Arimura was acting nothing like the way she did last night in my room, and I wasn't sure how to deal with it. But I guess she was always like this at school. Seri, ciao to you too. Ciao, Hina-chan. Phew, I guess she didn't hear what we were talking about. Time to change the subject. So, you didn't what? Did you hear what we were saying? About you liking something? Or maybe not liking it? Well, what were we talking about? Come on, tell me. Well, you see... I didn't. It's nothing important. Her voice was chipper, but her eyes weren't laughing at all. Wait, there's no way I could lie to Arimura. We were just talking about yesterday, is all. Yesterday? Yeah.
こと
I
ですか？
see. Huh? That must have been good enough for her. I expected her to be more suspicious. Oh, that's right. Animina could only tell if I was lying or telling the truth. In other words, I was safe as long as I didn't tell her everything. Maybe I could use that with Animina in the future.
そうだ。
Oh, right.
そんなことより
Miyashiro-senpai.
宮代
Look at
先
this.
輩これ見てくださいよ。
Animina gently rubbed her hair, which she tied up to the side.
髪がどうかした
Did you do something with your hair?
わかりません。
Can't you tell?
ほら
Here,
こ
look.
こ
It got
髪の毛
fried
こ
from
こんとこ
after what happened
昨日
last
のあれで
night.
チリチリボーンになっちゃって。
どこ
Where? I got closer to look, but I couldn't really tell.
ほら
Look,
ここ
right
っすよ
here.
ここ。
Hmm. No,
ああ
you're
本
right.
当だ
But
で
it's
も
not a
この
big
くらい
deal,
大したことない
right?
だろ
ああ
Not a
なん
big
すか
deal,
なん
my
すか
good
その
sir.
言い方
Don't you
女子の
realize how
髪の毛を
important a
何
girl's
だって
hair
思
is
って
to
んです
her?
か？大体
It's your
先輩
fault for
が
not
さっさ
dealing
と
with
な
that
んとか
woman
してく
sooner
れないから
anyway.
ですよ。
何言ってんだ
It's not even
そんな
remotely
の
fair,
ただの言いが
right?
かりだ
In a
ろ
way.
なあお前
ふんふん。
In a way.
お前
先輩、
Senpai.
セリ
What
どう
happened
し
to
ちゃったんす
Sari?
か？
ああ
No, she's always been like this. Don't worry about it.
気にしないでくれ
She was probably thinking about something stupid again. But if I asked her about it, I'd probably have a mess on my hands.
ふん。
Oh,
そうだ
right.
それよ
Actually,
り宮代
Mina
先輩
senpai, about
例
your
の能力
power.
のことですけど。
She was whispering, so I whispered too.
な
Oh,
あ
I
そのこと
wanted
な
to
ら
talk about
僕の
that
方か
too.
ら話がある
例の
That
能
power.
力って。
You mean the one where you
も
can
しか
see
して
that sword?
あの剣が見えるとかいう？
Hey, Seri. You don't know who might be listening, so don't talk so
そんな大
loud.
きな声で話すなっつーの。
Oh,
ごめん
sorry.
それで先輩
Anyway, senpai.
あ
Yeah,
あ実は
I've actually learned to
少
control
し
it
だ
a
けど
little.
コントロールできる
Maybe.
ようになってきたかも
Huh?
それ
Does
って
that mean you have a
僕も
mysterious
不思
power
議な力
too?
が使えるようになったってこと？セリ
Seri. Oops. After what had happened yesterday, I've been exhausted, but I did what I could to learn more about my power. It looked like I needed to use someone else's brain to make my delusions real, so I asked Genson to be my guinea pig. Knowing Genson, he'd be so drunk that he'd forget about it after a day or so. And as a result,
ちょっとくらい
I can move
軽いも
things
の
that
なら動
aren't
かせる
too
よ
heavy.
ちょっとくらいって
How light are we talking about?
例
Like
え
a
ば
rock?
石とかですか？
いや
No,
も
a
うちょ
little
っと
tinier, maybe.
じゃあ
A notebook,
ノートと
then?
か？
23ページ
A
くらい
couple pages.
何そ
What?
れ？
The only thing you
Amanda,
could use that for is for flipping up girls'
Scarlet
skirts.
今はまだ
That might
大した
not
こと
be
ない
anything
かもし
special
れない
right
けど
now, but
その
eventually
うち
I'll
も
be
っ
able
と
to
大きい
move
ものだ
stuff
って
that's
動かせるよう
heavier.
になるって
Serika, you jerk. I tried really hard. But still, flipping up skirts, huh? I never thought of that. Yeah, figures. I'd overlooked that. What a brilliant idea. Oh boy. But I couldn't do it here. Although, this might be a good chance to show off my powers. And what's more, Serika, this is your fault to begin with. Do you know how hard I worked just to move one tiny little object? I barely got in a week of sleep that night. The least she could... It was the least she could do after all that effort. I see. If you really want to see it, and then I'll show you.
この僕の力を。
Miyashiro senpai?
悪いけど、
Sorry, but it's too late for regrets now. Curse your own foolishness for giving me the idea.
の愚かさを呪うがいい。
No one can stop me now. Uh-huh. I concentrated. A terrible, beautiful Excalibur appeared in the corner of my eye, and the power welled forth from deep within me. Come, my Excalibur. Give me power.
見るがいい。
Behold. This is my Giglomaniac ability. This is my power. Huh? My power lifted up the skirt of every single girl in the school. No. What's going on? You can try to hold down your skirts, but it won't work. No one can stop my power. Did you see that? This is my... This is Miyashiro senpai's... This is Taku's... That's right. This is my power. The scene around me was something out of a nightmare. No, a most wonderful dream. Taku, stop it! Every girl in the school was walking around with their skirts blown up now. Well, do you understand now? Yes, you're amazing, Miyashiro senpai. Will you do whatever I tell you now? Yes, we'll do whatever you say. Alright, then I forgive you. I slowly lowered my hands, and the chaos around me began to subside. Oh, jeez. No, since you promised, from now on, you're both my slaves. Got it? Yes, Master Takeru. Okay. If only. Hey, Seti. What's got into Miyashiro senpai? Don't worry about him. He's always like that. Yeah. So, in this case, point P. Onibira and I decided that it would be better not to use my power for a while. No matter what that woman was after, it was very likely that it had something to do with our powers. Which meant that I should avoid doing anything that would attract attention. And everybody knows that when you have a trump card like this, it's best to master it in secret and play it at the right moment. So, if you plug in this into the formula... Anyway, was math always such a pain? I wanted information, not formulas. Numbers and formulas were just ideas, and didn't provide any benefit at all as information. At times like this. I took out my Pokécom and hid it under my desk, then loaded Shibuya News. What? What's wrong, Miyashiro? Oh, no, it's nothing. I see. We'll solve this next problem then. Crap, that was a mistake. But this is big news. Hey, big news! Big news! I heard the door to the clubroom fly open. Nito ran inside.
なんだよ、大声
What
で。
is it? Why are you yelling?
何落ち着いてん
Why
だ
are you so calm, Mishiro?
ニュー
News.
スなんだ
And
よ
big news
それも
too.
大ニュースいいかよく
Listen
聞いて
carefully.
なんと
The person
例の
behind
事
the
件
new gen
ニュー
madness
ジェン
has
の再
been...
来と呼ばれる一連の事件
犯人が
They
捕
were
まったん
arrested,
だろ。
right?
そうなん
That's
だ
right.
よなんだ
You
お前
already
知ってたの
knew.
か
当たり
Of
前だろ。
course I did.
僕
Who
を
do you
誰
think
だ
I
と思
am?
ってるんだ。
I call myself the
これでも伊
biggest
達
right
に
sider
学
in
園
the
一の
school
状
for a
況を自負
reason.
してるわけじゃない。
Everything you learn,
お
I
前
learned
が
a
持って
long
くる
time
情報
ago.
くらいとっくの昔に知ってるよ。
それじゃあ
Then, what about the information on the girl they caught?
ハイダリコ
Haida
18歳
Riko,
無
age
職
18, unemployed, was arrested by a police officer last night on
街
suspicion of being
中を
behind
歩いてい
several
るとこ
arson
ろ警
cases
官
in
によって
Shibuya,
確保
right?
だろ。
なんだ
So you did already know,
知
huh?
ってたのかよ
That sucks.
つまんない
Let's try beating you to the punch
今
this
度こそ俺の
time.
方が早いと思ったのによ
To tell the truth, I just found out about it in math class. But that's how information works. Knowing things first puts you at an advantage. And that said, I was overjoyed to know that the woman who'd attacked me had been arrested. No, I wouldn't have to be afraid of being attacked again.
でも
But is it really good for the newspaper club that they were caught?
なんだよ
What do you
お前
mean, run away?
それどういうことだよ
だってさ
Because
事
if
件
the
が
case
もっ
got
と
even
大きくな
bigger,
ってれ
that
ば
means it could have
も
gone
っ
in
と
a
でっ
bigger
かいスクー
scoop,
プをゲット
right?
できるチャンスもあったかもしれないでしょ。
That's
確か
right.
にそうだ
I
な
guess in that sense, it
そ
is
ういう意
bad
味では惜
news.
しかったとも言えるか
タク的に
What do you
は
think,
どう
Taku?
もっ
Do you
と
want to
事
keep
件
chasing
を追
the
いたかっ
case?
た
I wasn't sure. It's true that the bigger this got, the more people would be paying attention.
いや、
No, I think it's for the best.
なんだ
Huh?
お前
I
にしては
didn't expect you to
随
be
分
so
消極的な
passive.
意見だな
I figured you want more
もっと
stuff to
起きてくれってん
happen.
じゃないかと思ったが
なんだ
You're
よ。
making it sound like I
それ
want
じゃま
people
る
to
で
die.
僕が凶悪事件を望んでいるみたいじゃないか。いいか。
Listen up.
言っておくが
Just so we're
僕
clear,
は
I'm
サイ
not
コ
a
パスじゃない
psychopath. I
別
don't
に
want
事件
people
が
to
起きる
get
ことを望ん
murdered.
でいるわけで
I
は
only
な
wanted
く、
to know the
起
truth
きてしま
about
っ
the
た事件
murders
の
they
真
have
相の
already
究明こそ
that
を
have
望んでいる
already
んだ。
happened. Honestly, I was a little disappointed that the case had ended this way. But half of me felt relieved too. Anybody who'd been the target of a murder attempt could understand how terrifying it was for me to have that woman with those strange powers try to kill me. There were ways to deal with this physical attack, but her power violated all the laws of physics. It was a miracle I'd gotten away from her alive at all. So I was honestly glad that woman, Haida, had been caught.
まあ、
Well, I'm a little
あの女が警
disappointed.
察に捕
But
ま
now
って
that
し
the
まったこ
police
とで、
have her, they'll be
全
taking
てが警
everything
察の手
over.
に委ねられてしまうというのは、甚だ不本意ではあるが。己の言う
And
よ
just
う
like
に、
Onami
もうちょっ
said,
と
if
事件
things
が
had
長引い
dragged
て
on
い
a
れば、
little longer,
世間の注
even
目
more
も集
people
まった
would
だ
have
ろう
been
し、
paying attention to the
そこで
case.
ビシッと僕
And
が
if
事
it,
件を解
I'd
決し
had
てい
been
た
able
なら、
to solve it,
それは
the
それで
newspaper
この
club
新
would
聞
have
部も
become
有名になったん
famous.
だろうけれど、それも今更言
But
っても
there's no
仕
point
方
in
がないこ
complaining
とだろう。
about that now.
待てよ
Wait,
これで
does
さ
this mean that the case
俺たち
we've
が追
been
ってた事
pursuing
件
is all
は全て
over?
終焉を迎えたってことか
それは、
No. Before I could give my opinion, the door opened. Ciao, everybody. Hinae-chan's here.
有村、
Animuto, what are you
何
doing
しに来た
here?
んだよ。
How can you be so cruel? We went through the fight of our lives
仲良く振り
together.
抜けた仲なのに。
ああ
Oh,
そういや
right. When
宮
Miyashiro
代
was
が襲われた
attacked,
時
you were there
有
too,
村も一緒
weren't
だった
you?
んだっけか
そうっすよ。
That's right. The scary lady showed up, and then everything went boom, kaboom, blam. It was really
ボーンって
nuts.
そりゃもう大変だったんですから。
She was waving her hands in an exaggerated manner as she spoke. But it was impossible to figure out what she was trying to say. I see, I see. So this is the newspaper club? Hey, this is actually your first time here, isn't it, Hina-chan? Nope. I was here once before, you know, on the day of the culture festival. But I didn't feel like the right time to really poke around. Arimita walked around the room, staring at everything. I stopped in front of the bulletin board on the wall. Oh, this is cool. It's like a detective show. Right? It's got all our observations on the case. Hey, Sari, what's this? Oh, that's... She wasn't listening at all. So, Miyashiro, about what we were talking about before. Oh, yeah, before... what was that? About whether the case was over. Oh, right. I was thinking about that. What you talking about? Until a moment ago, she was enjoying her conversation with Serika, but now Arimura happily put it into ours. We were talking about the case. You heard the woman who attacked us got arrested, right? So... Huh? That scary woman was arrested? What? You didn't know? She had friends in a lot of places, and seemed like she'd be really quick to pick up on new information. So I was surprised to see that she was actually a wrong sider. Jeez, if the cops caught her, they should have told us. You're right. We almost got burnt too. I know, right? And after all they made us do for them, that's why nobody trusts the cops these days. I mean, it doesn't help, but that's not the main reason, I don't think. We can go point about the place some other time. Mishiro, what are you thinking? Alright. Listen, if you look back on all the murders that have happened so far... First, there were the murders, and then there were the fires as well. I decided to think about the relationship between the two of them. And the first thing I had to do was go over all the cases that had happened so far. All the cases that happened so far formed what people were now calling the return of the new generation madness. And the first murder was, don't look, the death of Utani, the Nico Neo live streamer. And the second, Audio Bleed, Takayanagi Momone, the anime song singer. And the third was, that's right, Revolving Dead. That's where Arimita's acquaintance, Kakita, had been killed. I remembered that one clearly as well. I'd been there after all. And the next one. The fourth murder was another one I'd never forget. Some morbidly obese, Ruwatabe, the internet reporter, had died at the school culture festival. And those were the 4 murders that had happened so far. The problem was what came next. The fires. The fires had happened. Near the Don't Look At incident in Jinan. Near the Audio Bleed incident in Shinsen. Near the Revolving Dead incident around the Love Hotel. Near the morbidly obese incident, in other words, near Hakiho Academy. That's right, the fires were happening regularly near the sites of the return of the new gen madness. So now we know the fires were taking place near the sites of the murders. It would be strange to think that they weren't connected somehow. I concluded that the fires were all set by Hidoriko, the pyrokinetic egomaniac. But why are the methods used so differently? The murders didn't involve arson. And that's because... Why? I know.
So,
The arts and
これまでの
incidents were
放火
just
事件は
practice.
あくまで
She
も練習だっ
practiced,
たんだよ。
but it didn't go well,
練習
so
したけ
she
ど
chose
う
a
まくいかな
different
かった。
method.
だからこれまでは違う方法を選んでいた。
But like, practice right before each kill? That doesn't make sense, buddy.
なんだよ。
You don't
納
look
得できてないっ
satisfied.
て顔だな。
If you got an opinion, then
意見
say
がある
it.
なら言えばいいだろう。
意見っていう
I
か
don't know if it
さ
counts as an opinion, but...
じゃあ
Then,
あの施
what
設
about
は
that
どうなるん
lab?
です
Anybody seemed annoyed at Ito's inability to finish his sentence, interrupted with a doubt of her own.
施設って
That lab?
あの
You
病
mean
院
the
の
one
地
in
下
the
にあった施
basement?
設のことか。
そうです。
That's right.
あそこで
Do
行
you
わ
think the
れてた
research they
研
did there
究
had nothing
あ
to
れ
do
は
with the
事
case?
件と関係なかったって宮代先輩は思うんですか？
それは
Well... It probably did. But the experiments that were performed down there ended with the earthquake. So it'd be strange for her to just suddenly start killing people now. When I told Adimura that, she still didn't look satisfied.
柿田さんのこと
You know
は
about
ご存知
Kakita-san,
ですよ
right?
ね。
あの 回転
The
デッドの
victim
被
of a
害者だよ
revolving dead, right?
確か。
I think.
はい。
Yeah.
あの
I
人
told you
が
that he was a friend of
私
my
の兄の
brother's,
友人だっ
right?
たって話はしましたよね。
I remembered that she had.
今だから正
I
直
can tell
に
you
言
the
います
truth
けど、
about this now.
彼は
He was
私
investigating
たちのような
psychics
能
like
力者
us.
について調
And
べ
he
て
said
い
there
た
might
ん
be
です。
some huge organization
そして
behind all
そ
this.
の後ろには何か巨大な組織が関わっているかもしれないって。
巨大
A
な
huge
組織
organization.
な
It sounds like a
まるで陰謀
conspiracy
論だ
theory to
な
me.
で
What was its
その
name?
組織ってのは
それを
He
事
was supposed to
件
tell
の
me
あっ
on
た
the
あの
day
日
of
に
the
教えてくれる
incident,
予定でした。
but
ですが、
he died. No, he was murdered.
じゃあ有村は
And then
犯
you're
人はあ
trying
の
to say
ハイダ
that
リ
the
コって
killer was
女じゃない
at
って言いたい
Rico?
のか。
そういうわけ
That's
じゃ
not
ないで
it.
すよ。
I'm not smart enough
私
to
には
figure that
難しい
out.
ことわかんないし、
Anyway. But even if she was the killer,
仮
I
に
think
あ
there
の
might
人
be
が犯
someone
人だ
else
として
behind
も、
her.
裏にはまだ何かあるんじゃないかって、そんな風に思うだけです。
伊藤はどう
And
思う
what do you think, Ito?
うん、
I always did love
まあ確か
conspiracy
に組織と
theories.
か機関とかっての
But
は
it just doesn't seem
魅力
very
的な言葉ではある
realistic.
があんまリアリティはねえよな。結局
Either
どっ
way,
ちにして
there's
も
not enough
今の
information
状
to
況
make
じゃ
that call
判断
right
材料
now.
が少なすぎるっつうかさ。
尾上は
What about you, on the way?
私
Me?
私はそうだな。
What do you think,
タクは
Taku?
どう思う？
質問
Don't
に
answer
質
a
問で
question
返
with a
すね。
question.
そうだけど
Sure,
さ、
but
私
I
には
really
わか
don't
んないんだも
know.
ん。
If you don't know, at least try to think about it, okay?
しょうがない
No,
な。
fine.
じゃあ
I'll tell you my
僕
own
の意見を言う
opinion.
が、
I
僕
don't
は
want to
こ
get
れ以上
attacked
襲われる
again,
のはごめんだ。
so I hope she's the
だから
killer.
あの女が犯人だったらいいなって思う。
To be honest, I still thought it was a miracle I made it out of that alive. If she'd attacked me when I was asleep, I wouldn't have lasted a minute.
あとは
No, we just
警察の
need to
取り
wait
調
to
べ
see
したいだ
what
ろ
the
うな。
police say.
あの女が
Whether
犯
she
人
was
に
the
しても
killer
違
or
う
not,
にしても
it would be a good idea to
念
be
のため
careful for a
こ
while
れからし
now.
ばらくの間は気をつけた方がいい。
私も
I
そう
think
思い
so
ます。
too.
お
We
昼も
talked about
話を
this
し
at
ました
lunch,
けど、
but I think that
特
both
に
you
能
and I
力
need
者
to
で
be
ある
extra
私と
careful
宮代
because of
先
our
輩は
powers.
用心した方がいいでしょうね。
I silently nodded. Normally, I'd want to practice and try to learn to better control my abilities, but it would be smarter to wait and see if the case had ended first.
よし。
Alright,
とりあえ
for
ず
now,
しば
we'll
らく
just
は
be
慎重
careful.
に行動するってことで。
And just as we finished, we heard the sound of someone pounding the wall in the corner again.
たく、ま
Sheesh,
たか。
again. Hey,
おい、カズキ。
Kazuki. She was so busy with Yoso too, she couldn't hear us again.
尾上、
Oh no.
オッケー。
Sarika nodded, went over to Kazuki, and took off her headphones. Hey, Hana-chan. Taku says no pounding the wall. Senpai, who's that? Oh, I guess you never saw her before. Kazuki Hana. She's a first-year student and a member of our club. Well, I didn't even realize she was there. Nanamita walked over to her. Ciao. Kazuki bowed her head. I'm Arimura Hinai. Call me Hina-chan, or even Hina-senpai if you want. I can call you, Hana, right? She bowed again. Sorry, but can you say that out loud for me? Oh, no, Hina-chan. Hana-chan doesn't talk. She doesn't? Why? Religious reasons or something? I don't know why, but she doesn't talk, right? She bowed. Not a word? Not a word. I see. I guess that's fine. It makes things easier, so... Since we're friends now, let's shake hands. Shake hand. Kozuki was still hesitant, but Arimura grabbed her hand and swung it around. And that was probably her version of a handshake. And what surprised me was that Kazuki didn't seem upset. I thought that she'd resist Arimura's attempt to force them to be friends, but she seemed kind of embarrassed. But then, something happened that completely shattered my wildest expectations. Nice to meet you, Hana. As Arimura swung her arm around. Nice to meet you. Maybe. Hello? Hey, what's that? Kazuki talked, Hana-chan talked. The whole room shouted in amazement. We'd known Hana for about 6 months, and this was the first time we'd ever heard her voice. But Hana herself seemed more surprised than anyone. It felt like she didn't intend to speak, but had just been caught up in Arimura's energy. Wow, you have a cute voice. You should talk more. Come on, say something else. Ready? Go! Come on, you can do it just a little. It doesn't have to be a lot. She wasn't gonna say anything else, it seemed. I can't believe that Kazuki would. She really can talk, huh? It's Arimura's energy that scares me most of all. Everything we talked about that day seemed pretty important. But it was all blown away by her shock at Kazuki actually speaking. Silly. Oh man, I'm going to save here. I think I may have us start early to try to knock this out. If there's only a little bit left, because I really can't tell how much there is. Shrugs. I'll try to start next Saturday early, though, so we can possibly do this and the next ending as well. But if it doesn't turn out that we can do the next ending as well, oh well, an attempt was made type thing. We'll definitely also get the bad ending for this, too. We probably could have gotten this done if I didn't waste time with the misunderstanding things, but, you know, it's okay. We live and learn. I'm pretty sure for the other endings that I wrote, like, it's like, oh yes, this specifically for, like, the new route delusions, rather than, like, throughout. But, win some, lose some. It's fine. And like I said, I can't be totally mad because we did get that bonus information about the one part where Wataru's, like, identity is obscured, is no longer obscured if you do go back. So that's interesting. But yeah, I am looking forward to finishing Kinae's route. I hope you guys are as well. It seems like it'll be a good time. Lots of wholesome goodness, I think, anyway. Hinae is a good bean. Spaces out. I'm tired. That's the number one reason why I'm ending now too. EP. When EP. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining. I do feel bad that we didn't get to finish this ending, but we'll definitely get it next time with an earlier start to possibly get another one as well while we're at it. But shrugs if not. Anyways, I'll catch you all next time, be it tomorrow or sometime next week or sometime in between. But yeah, I appreciate your viewership. Finger guns into oblivion, because I am a tired boy. Yep. Okay. Blah.